At almost 6 o'clock at the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and we had a special request yesterday that we include in the podcast, the MJ Morning Show, Peter Cofield, Time to Get Up, Get Out of Bed song. So for the person that asked to hear it so it doesn't get cut off in the podcast, because a lot of times we run it before that official show open that you just had, let's listen and enjoy on this Friday morning.
Time to get up, get out of bed. Let a radio genius climb into your head. Get a totally unpredictable start to your day. Get your daily dose of MJ. Morning Show, MJ, let's go. From 6 to 10 with his crazy gang comes the voice of insanity. A man you can hang with. He's a little demented, but baby in a beautiful way. Get your morning dose of MJ, MJ. Time to wake up and play with MJ, MJ. Start your heart with MJ. He takes a crazy world and spins it round and round. Everybody is getting show. Got promotions and commotion, everything you wanna know. Only MJ Morning Show. MJ, time to get the party started. Getting ready, let's go to the MJ Morning Show. Go.
There you go. 6:01 at the MJ Morning Show. A busy Friday show. Hal Herman will be on the way in, well, an hour and a half or so, hour and 45 minutes. That's right. Hal Herman will make an appearance with Hal Herman's special eclipse viewing safety tips here on the MJ Morning Show. So if you like a little dose of, and you can only get Hal Herman in small doses, like once a week max. So if you want to hear Hal Herman's eclipse viewing safety tips, those will be on the way about 7:45, 8 o'clock, somewhere in that vicinity. And I'm going to tell you right now, look, I don't even know what he's doing, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably going to want to ignore everything that Hal Herman says.
That's great.
What?
Just put down his segment before it even starts. That's why he hates you.
I'm just saying that.
He told me yesterday, what would that show do without Hal Herman?
Yeah, listen, I'm concerned about the liability. I'm concerned about any potential legal backlash with Hal Herman's. I just got to make sure that people don't take Hal Herman. Well, listen, maybe I have it all wrong. Maybe Hal Herman.
It's going to be like the More You Know segment back in the day with the little star.
That's right.
The more you know.
Right?
Yeah, it's a learning segment.
Andrew, I think we have the More You Know. Should we call it the More You Know with Hal Herman?
Yeah, safety tips.
Yeah, let me know when you have that, Andrew. Yeah, the More You Know with Hal Herman. Yeah, I'm
looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, listen, I'm looking forward to his drunk demo coming up this morning.
It's just so disparaging.
Seriously.
Yeah, Andrew, you have the More You Know? Yeah, the More You Know.
Hal says he's down to 5.5 months, so we better get used to him.
Yeah, all right.
Or
hey, I don't know if anyone saw this, but I'm leaving my house this morning, and I don't know, 5:14, 5:13 or something. I'm pulling out of my driveway, and I'm going down the street, and there's this blazing orange trail going across the sky. And I'm like, oh, my God, it's a UFO.
Probably was.
No, then I said, hey, it's probably some kind of a SpaceX satellite launch from the Cape.
Was Elon lifting something off again this morning?
Hey, Andrew, can you look that up for me? I didn't get a chance to do it, but I'm guessing at 5:13, 5:14 or something. That's when I saw it. I'm guessing there was some kind of because it was a nice long orange streak blazing in the eastern sky as I was cruising down my street heading to the Howard Franklin to get to the studio this morning. So do you have I'm guessing it's SpaceX.
The window opened at 5:12 this morning.
Yep. Guess what? Well, they launched because I saw the damn thing. Yep. Here it is. A Falcon 9 rocket carrying 23 of SpaceX's Starlink broadband satellites. How many of those freaking things are in the sky right now?
Dude, until he can cover the world.
500, I think, right?
Well, there has been chatter, and I know that some people are concerned that there's going to be so much littering of these SpaceX Starlink satellites that it could cause what did I hear? It could cause light interference or interference with
weather.
No, with trying to look at the stars.
Who cares about stars? We have reliable internet service around the world.
All I know is that my FiOS from Frontier now seems to be just fine. I don't need any Starlink. Yeah, so it went off this morning. The window open. It was an hour-long window that opened up at 5:12 this morning, and it looks like they launched pretty close to that because if I saw it at 5:14, 5:15, somewhere in that vicinity, that's the time that it took to get launched and then get up to altitude with the curvature of the Earth for me to see it here in South Tampa. So I saw that thing. I like that. Occasionally, you see the And it depends on the cloud cover, it depends on the atmospheric conditions, but sometimes, man, you get a nice long blazing orange streak going across the sky, and I saw that this morning.
Very cool.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Madonna. Whew, did you hear what time Madonna went on stage last night at Amalie Arena?
I think it was after 9, correct?
You would be correct. It was well after 9. Do you have any idea?
I was trying to keep an eye on it, like on social media.
The question is, do you have any idea what time Madonna went on stage?
I don't know the exact time, but I saw some people say she's finally on. But I thought
have a
that
guess.
was
Well, what time did you see them say she's finally on?
I think that was like 9:45.
No, it was not 9:45.
Well, I don't know. I wasn't there. That's why we're trying to figure this out.
It was 10:36 exactly.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Yeah,
What time was she supposed to go?
Well, the show started at 8:30 with Bob the transvestite or whatever.
So Bob walks out on time, right?
He did a 2-hour show?
No, I think Bob did like
30 minutes?
27 minutes, and then the audience just sat there with their thumbs up their keisters for another like 2.5 hours.
Oh, my God. I would leave. Wouldn't you?
All right, it wasn't that long. It was, let's see, if Bob the transvestite went on
8:30.
at 8:30,
Probably has a 20-minute
probably
set.
half an hour show, whatever it was.
Half an hour, okay,
to
fine.
9. It would have been like an hour and a half. An hour and a half that the audience just sat at Amalie Arena.
Nothing but crappy house music.
Again,
All the lights are on.
Yeah, with their thumbs up their keister. Madonna officially went on stage at Amalie in downtown Tampa last night at 10:36 p.m. So our whole Madonna concert clock watch contest for the $1,000 gift card.
We have a winner?
Oh, well, I'm sure we do, because it's if somebody nailed it, then they win. Whoever came closest won. And, we were kind of making a mockery of the deal because Madonna has been going on stage ridiculously late. In fact, some fans in New York, she was like 2 hours late. And fans in New York, some have sued. I mean, I've got it in my pile, Madonna is looking to get those suits dismissed. And then in Tampa last night, she hits the stage at 10:36, 2 hours after the official start with the opening act. That's ridiculous. We ought to take some calls later on sitting around for an hour and 35 minutes waiting for Madonna.
At least get another act for after Bob.
Yeah, well, I don't think they
Somebody.
did that. All right, just getting rolling. It is a pretty busy Friday on the MJ Morning Show. Pat's got traffic. We're back in a minute. MJ Morning Show.
Well, I did check on that.
MJ here with Roxanne and Fester and Froggy on a Friday morning. Hopefully you get some, rest, relaxation, something planned for, I got something exciting that we're doing tonight. I'll get into this later on. So
it's a big weekend.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of stuff coming up. So
No, you don't know
I don't know what
the biggest event this weekend is.
Well, I'm just saying that later on, I'm going to discuss what Michelle and I are doing tonight, and I am very, very excited. First, though, I got a little issue here. I'm trying to figure out: is it Fester? Is it Froggy? Or is it Roxanne? Somebody is offending my olfactory senses this morning.
Oh no!
All right. So
Okay. So what's the offensive smell?
Just like having a little hard time breathing, and
What is it?
yeah, in which way? Because if it's like dumpster
no,
stench, it's me.
It's not like mid-August. Feels like 104 degrees outside with that Denny's dumpster funk. If you ever have to park behind, it's Sunday morning.
Every spot's taken.
Exactly. You got to park in the back of the restaurant. You're a Denny's man or something, and there's just that dumpster funk going on with like the dumpster juice leaking out of the bottom. No, it's not a Denny's dumpster funk that I'm talking about.
Okay. I am eliminated.
It's a yes. I would, if I was a betting guy, I would guess that it is not you. I would also guess it's not Froggy. So who does that leave?
Roxanne.
But you have to describe the smell.
It smells like baby powder mixed with some perfume. Are you
Okay, well, I have something to tell you.
Are you wearing something different this morning?
I'm not wearing anything.
Well, I'm smelling something.
Is that your natural pheromone, baby powder?
No. I actually am out of my Tom Ford cologne perfume. And so I have not. And the other perfume I have is the Yves Saint Laurent, which you don't like. That's the one you have a hissy fit about.
Well, no,
so I didn't put that on. So I didn't put anything on.
The deal is that I'm not a real fan of perfumes and heavy scents. Like, I've made it clear that in the rare occasion that I'm at the mall, if I walk by like a Yankee Candle Company or like a bed and or what Bath and Body Works or was it Evelyn and Crabtree? Was that?
Yeah.
If I walk by any of those businesses with those heavy scents, I mean, I might go into anaphylaxis because, man, heavy scents, I don't like them, heavy perfumes. And there's something in the room this morning that's kind of a powdery, perfumey. So you're saying it's not you? So where the hell is it coming from?
I don't know, but I have stopped. I have not worn perfume.
All right.
So
like Michelle loves her Chanel No. 5.
maybe it's my dry shampoo.
Oh, that could be it.
Yeah.
Give her hair a whiff.
Yeah. Why don't you smell my hair?
I can't smell women's hair at work.
Gee, your hair smells terrific.
That's kind of powdery. It is kind of powdery.
But Michelle knows how heavy scent averse that I am. And Michelle loves Chanel No. 5. And then Michelle got Chloe all hooked on Chanel No. 5. And luckily, Michelle, she just dabs it. It's like I can tolerate it because it's just a little bit. But people that douse themselves in colognes and perfumes, it just drives me nuts.
Why don't you go around with cotton balls stuck up your nose and you won't have to smell
It's a
anything?
good idea. Yeah. Or those like cotton like gauze pellets or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Like a filter, like a natural filter from all scents.
I just mentioned Denny's a few minutes ago, and actually it's a nice segue because when you think of Denny's type establishments, what comes to mind? When you think of Denny's, what other big brands come to mind?
Denny's, Village Inn, Waffle House,
Perkins,
IHOP.
Yeah, no, that's it. All right. I'm looking for IHOP.
Okay, all right. I have not been a member of the UN, United Nations, and visited the International House of Pancakes in quite a while.
Well, this might bring you in.
Okay, I'm listening. Is it the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity?
No.
Because that's good.
It's a special flavor of Pepsi that's going to be available only at IHOPs. and not available anywhere else. Think about this.
All right.
A little bit of an early quiz.
All right.
If there is a special Pepsi flavor that will only be available at IHOP, International House of Pancakes, what might that special flavor be? Think.
It's got to be Eclipse related, right?
Yes, it tastes like Eclipse.
Right? No, I mean that's the big thing happening. So, no.
No.
Is
no.
it-
I said nothing about Eclipse time frame, which of course the eclipse is coming up. Maximum view time for us is going to be 3:00 on Monday. Of course, I'm also a little confused because I've seen reports that say that here in Tampa we'll have 58% coverage of the sun by the moon, but then I've also heard 65%. So I don't know what the hell it is. Is it 58% or is it 65%? But we ought to research that later on. But Roxanne, it has nothing to do with the eclipse. IHOP, they're collaborating with Pepsi. What special flavor is only going to be available at IHOP? Think about it.
Well, it's got to be pancakes because the International House of Pancakes. I drink pancake flavored soda.
That'd be very good, but you're close. You're
How about soda flavored pancakes?
You're at the front step. You're
I know.
knocking on the door. What'd you say?
Froggy's guess.
What?
Soda flavored pancakes.
Yes.
Okay, you're getting there, Froggy. It's got to be Pepsi syrup.
Oh, so like they have the maple and the boysenberry and the blueberry, and they'll have a new Pepsi syrup?
Yeah.
You just pour like the Pepsi, the fountain mix.
Yeah.
onto-
Well, it doesn't have to be the fountain mix, but it's a syrup flavored with the Pepsi flavor. Yeah.
You guys are.
You gotta be close.
You're dancing.
Wait,
It's
how,
not- Okay.
You're dancing.
All right,
Come
so-
on.
So
what other dance moves do we have?
I'm eliminating omelet flavored anything.
What was that
No.
game? What was that game at the arcades with the light up platform that you're just? Was it Dance Fever or what? What was that thing?
Was it Dance Dance Revolution?
yeah.
Dance Revolution. Yeah. No, you're all Dance Revolution and around it, but you're not there.
Who's closest?
Well, you were. He said you were closest when you
come
said
on.
your.
So
Come
it's pancake flavored soda?
No.
No. Didn't you say?
Is it French toast flavored soda? It's not International
Hang on,
House of
it's-
French
Is
Toast.
it syrup flavored soda?
Yeah, getting warmer. Getting warmer.
Is
Come
it boysenberry flavored Pepsi?
Oh, very, very close. Come on. Come
Blue,
on.
maple.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
I'm guessed out.
No, it's maple.
I'm looking at Froggy for a guess, and he's like, I don't know. Have you never had pancakes before?
Maple soda?
Yeah, apparently.
Ugh.
It is. It's maple flavored Pepsi.
Yuck.
I don't think it sounds terrible.
I gotta give that a try.
Terrible.
Listen,
I vote terrible.
I don't think it's bad. So IHOP and Pepsi, they're bringing back a flavor. Now, this is kind of interesting. Pepsi and IHOP debuted a maple syrup flavored Pepsi a couple of years ago, but only a few people got to try it. I mean, what?
it's really a terrible rollout, Pepsi.
Yeah. But I guess they're doing it again. I have a statement from IHOP from Chef Art Carl, the vice president of culinary at IHOP. He says, as the leader in breakfast, we are continually innovating and expanding our menu to ensure we're introducing menu items our guests want, including the introduction of fun and exciting new beverage options like Pepsi Maple Syrup Cola.
Oh,
It is described as the perfect blend of maple syrup flavored indulgence with a crisp, refreshing notes of caramel and Pepsi. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, so 2 years ago in March of 2022, IHOP and Pepsi, they did a breakfast collaboration on a Pepsi, and only 2,000 people across the country got to try it. But this time around, it's not going to be available in cans. I guess they did cans last time. This time around, it's going to be a fountain drink option. So Pepsi is making like a special mix to then deliver to the IHOP, so they hook them up to their fountains, and that's going to be coming up.
Nothing like a big glass of maple syrup soda to wash down
Well,
breakfast.
Listen, I would try that.
Yeah,
a maple hint the Pepsi.
What makes them the leader in breakfast?
Oh, speaking of drinks.
Good call.
Hey, guys, speaking of drinks, if you go to a fast food restaurant these days,
Yes.
how much is like a large fountain drink? You go to Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's. How much is a large fountain drink?
That's Fester's.
Yeah, $2.50 probably.
What?
$2.50
Yeah,
for the large.
I'm thinking like $2.99. Some of them I think are $3 or more.
Like whenever you order the meal, the combo meal, they always give you the small soda, so you get like this big sandwich and like all these fries, and you get like the thimble-sized cup of soda.
But seriously, the fast food restaurants or any restaurant, drinks are becoming expensive, and it's a high profit item because it doesn't cost a lot for a paper cup, and 32 ounces or whatever. So listen to this, man. I was blown away. I had to fill up with gas yesterday, and I filled up at the Walmart gas station at 275 in Dale Mabry, and then Michelle got a text from Chloe. So I'm with Michelle. We just finished our X-Force body workout over on Kennedy next to La Segunda and the Metro Diner. And then I had to get gas because I was on fumes. So I popped up Dale Mabry to the Walmart to fill up with gas. And then Michelle gets a text from Chloe, who is we rented Chloe a little office space so she could be out of the house to study for the LSAT for a couple of months. And Chloe says, "Could you please bring me a fountain Coke?"
You rented her an office?
Well, I mean, it's like
You couldn't squeeze her into a room in your house?
It's like 5 by 8. She can't be in the house.
You didn't have an extra
Why?
room anywhere in the place?
She can't have the distraction of the dogs and.
I work out of my house every day.
No. She's studying for the freaking LSAT to try to get into a good law school, all right?
Okay.
So we rented her a little office space. So she texts Michelle, "Can you guys please bring me a fountain Coke?" And, I know that the fast food restaurants, if she wants a large Coke, McDonald's, it's probably $3, right? At least. I'm at Walmart.
Not at Walmart.
What?
It's not $3 at Walmart.
That's what I'm pointing. I was like, whoa, I'm at Walmart filling up with the gas, and they have the convenience store, which I've never been in until yesterday. So I go into the Walmart to get a big fountain Coke for Chloe. Like I don't know, 32 ounces or something. 79 cents for a giant cup of Coke.
Wow.
79 cents. With tax, it was like 84 cents.
Couple things.
I'm like, whoa.
You are not a frequenter of convenience stores or soda fountains.
Oh, because I don't drink
30
soda.
32 ounces is a solid medium. The 44-ounce gut buster is the large.
Right. I'm just saying that the biggest cup at Walmart,
32 ounces.
Whatever size that was, it was 84 cents with tax. You want to talk about a deal? I was pleasantly surprised. I was like blown away. That's a deal, man. 84 cents, including tax, for a giant cup of Coke. And then they also, their machine, you can have both kinds. You can have the Coke products are on the left, and the Pepsi products are on the right.
You really haven't been to a convenience store in a long time,
I
have you?
might have to get out a little more.
I mean, let me take you to a Circle K sometime, and I'll blow your mind.
No, I've seen the wall of drinks,
Okay.
at Racetrack or Circle K. I've seen them. I just don't drink them. I was just unbelievably surprised.
You don't get out.
Hey, how much is the same size at Circle K or Racetrack or Wawa?
Yeah, all $1 or less at
Yeah.
Circle K anyway.
All the traffic music's going to be totally up here. All right,
Can we replay it?
let's grab traffic with Pat. Hey, Pat.
Crash on the Skyway, and it's going to be...
Moron. We like to moron. We like to moron. Here we go. It is 6:42, MJ Morning Show, Friday morning, and the early morons in the news. This is Florida related, although it happened in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This always gave me the creeps, and I don't get the willies. I don't creep out easy. You know, I'm not. Listen, I'm kind of hardened to a lot of wacky stuff that happens. But you know what really creeps me out? Those furry conventions.
Have you ever been in the lobby of a hotel and a furry just arbitrarily not knowing that a furry convention is going on at the same time while you're staying at that hotel?
I have not accidentally been at a hotel in the midst of a furry convention. Have you?
I feel like that's happened to me at least 2 times.
Hold, you feel like it, or it has happened to you?
Well, it could be 3 times, but I'm thinking 2 times for sure.
Well,
one time in downtown Tampa.
You just have a giant squirrel in an outfit walking by you?
Yes, one time in downtown Tampa and one time in Miami.
We had a furry convention at a hotel in downtown Tampa? What, the Hyatt?
I want to say, I think it was like what's the main... Is it the Hyatt in downtown? Like as you're driving down Ashley on the left? What is
Hilton.
that?
Yeah, that's at the Hilton downtown.
Is that the Hilton?
The Hilton downtown, the old school one.
I always confuse the Hilton and the Hyatt. Yeah, I know.
I remember when they had it at the Hilton downtown.
There was a furry, really?
Yes.
All right, and you walked into the middle of that?
I think I had some kind of banquet or something else. I wasn't staying at the hotel, but I was at that hotel for a particular reason. And then all of a sudden I'm seeing all these people in these, furry costumes, animal costumes.
In these mascot-looking things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen, I just get creeped out. The whole furry thing and people that are into putting on furry animal-like costumes and, purring or, rubbing up against, that's just weird.
Oh,
anyway.
It's called FurryCon.
FurryCon.
And I'm on the website that has the future furry convention calendar. And it has a whole bunch. What's today's date?
Today is the 5th of April.
Okay, so this weekend, the 5th through the 7th, is the Golden State FurCon.
Nice.
And the Motor City FurCon and the Ann Arbor
Detroit?
Marriott. Yep, in Detroit Metro in Ypsilanti. And then the one in
I think it's just Ypsilanti.
Ypsilanti?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then next weekend is Portland, Maine, and Spencer, Tennessee.
Yay. All right. Anyway, let me get to the story here. So this happened in Albuquerque, but it's got a Florida component.
Oh, I'm sorry. According to the Furry Future Convention calendar,
yeah.
the convention in Germany has been canceled.
Oh.
Okay, in case anybody was planning on going.
I'm busted up about that.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Well, this is sick. Albuquerque, New Mexico police. Once they busted Walter White and that whole thing came down in Albuquerque. Gus Fring got blown up and everything, and they have more time to hunt after creepos. Albuquerque police said they stopped a Florida man. Here's the Florida component. Yep, Florida man from taking a 14-year-old boy from Albuquerque to a furry convention in Las Vegas.
Ugh.
What the heck is a grown Albuquerque, New Mexico dude doing with a 14-year-old boy in Albuquerque? So the guy's from Florida. Somehow he's in Albuquerque, and he's trying to take a 14-year-old boy to a furry convention in Las Vegas.
Did he kidnap the kid?
According to the Albuquerque Police Department, they confirmed that they don't have the man in custody. This was as of a couple of days ago. According to an arrest warrant, police will charge 33-year-old Conrad Coovert, Coovert, with child abuse when they finally take him into custody. This is a couple of days ago. I don't know if they grabbed him yet, but he faces allegations of being with an underage boy in similar circumstances in the past.
Okay.
Man, that's just creepy. Hey, you want to go to a furry convention in Las Vegas? Oh, my
What's
God.
a furry, mister?
Yeah, jeez, that's just...
That's my little kid voice.
Yeah,
That's
I know,
little kid
I
voice,
know.
your 14-year-old voice?
Listen to this. Albuquerque police said the teenager is back with his mother. How did the Florida creepo end up with a 14-year-old Albuquerque boy? According to the police, in the arrest warrant, that the boy's mother dropped him off at the Guitar Center, and he planned on walking the short distance home less than 2 hours later. So I guess the kid was hanging out at the Guitar Center. Maybe he had a lesson or something at the Guitar Center.
I used to go to Guitar Center and just play around
That's
for
a
Yeah.
fun
hours.
store.
Oh, yeah, I could go to the keyboard section and just,
and
tweak
DJ
around.
section.
Yeah.
And then you play the electric drums.
I was kicked out of the drum room once.
Yeah, why, you broke the seat?
Yeah.
Listen,
And then I sat on it with no seat, and then we dated. And
can you imagine Fester sitting on the drum seat and the round platter part falls off and you just get the metal stick up your butt?
right.
Yeah.
That's why I went every week.
All right. So the boy didn't come home. His mother tried to find him, ended up calling the police. Hey, I dropped my son off at the Guitar Center, and he never came home. The next day, officers saw surveillance video showing a man they now believe to be Coovert leaving the Guitar Center with the boy.
So this kid was legit kidnapped from the Guitar Center.
Police said they then found Coovert with the boy at a coffee shop near the Greyhound bus station in downtown Albuquerque.
God. The hell?
Of course, this guy's a Florida man in Albuquerque trying to pick up a 14-year-old boy to take him to a furry convention in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then after the furry convention, he was going to take the 14-year-old boy back to Florida with him. All right. Well, luckily, boy's back with his mother. And what?
Any word on what costume he had?
No word on that. But the question is, at 14 years old, you're not dealing with a 7 or a 6-year-old that you're luring with the promise of cute puppies or candy. How does a 14-year-old boy end up going with a creepo?
That was about the age when that guy tried to kidnap me at the bowling alley. And I said,
What?
Hold on, you never told us this.
Yes, I did. I told you a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
We were at the bowling alley, and the guy was looking at us. He goes, "You guys want to go to the bathroom with me?"
Oh,
And we go, "No." And then we just
Remember?
left, and we were like
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, 14, but why would this 14-year-old boy...
Good fall for it. Maybe he's not right in the head.
Maybe,
you know what I mean.
maybe he's a little touched. I don't
Yeah,
know. But still, what?
Touched. I like that.
Is that politically incorrect?
when we first moved to Florida,
Right,
we had a very, her name was Adeline.
right.
She was a nice, kind, old Southern woman, Florida cracker Southern woman.
Right.
And we had a kid who lived a couple of blocks down, a couple
Right.
of houses down from that. And she would say, "He's a little touched." And I'm like, Mom, what does that mean?
And then you met a kid.
Mom had
You
to-
had never heard that
Well,
expression?
in New York, kids aren't touched.
I don't know where I heard that, but
I've never heard that before.
I've heard that for a long
Yeah,
time.
it's a Southern thing.
I think it might be a Southern thing.
You know what they call the kids up in New York?
Like biscuits and gravy, Froggy.
Listen, he's a little touched. And I'm like, Mom, what does that mean?
All right,
Mom had to tell me.
6:50 at the MJ Morning Show. A little dose of early morons in the news. I've got more. Oh, did you hear about Patrick Mahomes' father?
The DUI guy?
Oh, yeah. There's an update on superstar quarterback, Super Bowl champ, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, this will put a damper on your Super Bowl ring. Yeah, I got the latest on his father coming up in just a bit. Man, we got a lot of stuff today. Oh, I saw something on the side of the road getting onto 275 at the Howard Franklin Bridge yesterday, and I drove by too fast. I'm like, oh, my God. Luckily, Fester was behind me by like 8 minutes, and I got Fester to stop. You have got to see the pictures. You've got to hear the story. That's going to be coming up on the MJ Morning Show. We got a lot of stuff today. Hal Herman comes up at about 7:50 with eclipse viewing safety tips. So pretty busy show here on a Friday. Don't miss a moment. And we start the world-famous 7 o'clock hour next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. I'm going to ask you guys a question in a matter of moments, and I don't know if it's too intrusive, if you will answer me honestly. I mean, I'll answer the question honestly. I don't know if you guys will, but I guess we'll find out in just a bit. Hey, I mentioned Patrick Mahomes' dad. And, you know, Patrick Mahomes, what's the latest thing? I'm seeing him do a shampoo commercial, and then there's like a little mini player inside some woman's scalp. You know what I'm talking about? There's some shampoo. I don't even know what it's for. But,
well, Patrick Mahomes is the spokesman for Head and Shoulders.
Okay, that's what. Okay, yeah. All right, so it's Head and Shoulders.
Before he became the spokesman.
And then there's another Chiefs player who is miniaturized, and he's creeping around in some lady's skull.
I have to see it.
Listen.
What?
Yeah,
I sure you didn't dream this?
No, it's a real commercial. And he calls the player tiny little. So it's obviously a well-known Kansas City Chiefs player.
Does he call him? He's been doing commercials with a former player called Troy Polamalu.
Oh, is that who it is?
He played for the Steelers. But
yeah,
he has
long hair.
He has a beautifully long, ridiculous
hold
head
on.
of hair.
Type in Head and Shoulders commercial Mahomes and see if you can bring up the latest commercial while I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes' dad. So can you imagine? You're coming off the Super Bowl. You got a big win. You got another Super Bowl ring, all the excitement. Patrick Mahomes, hot wife, nice family, guys make it. Oh, is that it?
This might.
Oh
be,
yeah, that's the.
it's crappy quality.
Yeah, somebody just videoed it off. Look, that guy right there.
Okay, that's Troy Polamalu,
Okay.
retired Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, so that's who it is.
Yes.
All right, hang on. Let me see what the audio sounds like. This commercial's not like directly on YouTube. I got to watch somebody with their camera phone posting it on YouTube.
I guess.
All right, hang on a minute. All right, go back to the beginning. This is just creepy.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you, you're using Head and Shoulders, right?
Only when I see flakes. Then I switch back to my regular shampoo.
You should use it every wash, otherwise the flakes will come back.
He's right, you know.
Is that Tiny Troy?
The ingredients in Head & Shoulders keep the microbes that cause flakes.
So Tiny Troy,
God, he's a terrible actor.
he's inside this lady's, they simulate him down around the hair follicles, creeping around with binoculars.
Only if you have flakes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
They've done a bunch of commercials together.
gotcha. Well, I haven't seen many of these. I didn't even know what it was, but thank you for pointing out it was Head and Shoulders. But can you imagine you're on top of the world? You just won another Super Bowl back in February, and Patrick Mahomes' father faces up to 10 years in prison now after a felony DWI indictment. We call it DUI here in Florida, but I guess out in Kansas they call it
DWI?
DWI.
Was it Kansas or was it
Or Missouri. I don't know. I don't know which side he was on. The father of star Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes has been indicted on a felony charge listed as driving while intoxicated for a third or more time.
Dude, get your dad a driver.
After his
Yeah, I know.
after his February arrest, 8 days before the Super Bowl. Remember that?
So, the Kansas City Chiefs in recent history has a very dark history with DUI.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Do you remember before the Buccaneers and the Chiefs had their Super Bowl? The coach, the big fat guy, what's his
Andy
name?
Reid.
Andy Reid. His son plowed into a family.
Oh yeah, like on an on-ramp or something on an interstate out there.
right near the stadium.
Yeah. And
he was drunk as a skunk.
yeah, that's right. So Andy Reid's son, you got Patrick Mahomes' father. What the hell is it with the Chiefs and DUI and driving while intoxicated?
I mean, I think DUI is an epidemic everywhere.
Maybe Kansas City is sort of a depressing place. You have to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a lot of really great barbecue. I've never been there, but that's the one thing I know about.
Yeah, I'm not a Kansas City barbecue fan.
You're not?
That's not my thing. Nope.
Okay.
I know KC barbecue is a big deal, but for me, I'm not into the Kansas. I like.
There's a difference.
I'm Eastern Carolina man.
Okay, there's a huge difference.
Yeah. Well, listen, it depends on
Sweeter.
whether you're into ribs or pulled pork.
or
Now,
brisket.
I love a good rack of ribs, but my total go-to is an unbelievable Eastern Carolina chopped pork with
Vinegar sauce.
bam,
Ooh,
bingo.
yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
but I love the vinegar-based sauce. Yeah, that's my deal right there. Listen, growing up in Virginia Beach, a lot of exposure to Eastern Carolina barbecue. Anyway, so Patrick Mahomes' dad could go to prison for 10 years.
That sucks.
Can you imagine if he's in prison and the inmates are arguing over what they're going to watch on TV on Super Bowl Sunday?
Come on,
Somebody wants to watch a movie on the Hallmark Channel, and the guy is like 380 pounds, and Patrick Mahomes' dad wants to watch his son in the Super Bowl again?
Prisoners love the Hallmark Channel.
I'm sure they do.
Dude, so get this.
Yeah.
You want to talk about prison? You want to talk about jail?
Yeah.
I have a friend,
Yep.
a closer friend,
Yeah.
who just got out.
Wait a minute.
Just got out.
Who do you hang out with, man?
Listen, I know all kinds of people. Just got out. Like in the last couple of days.
Do I know this friend?
You don't know this friend.
What? Look, dude, I've known you since 1996.
Yeah.
I've known you for almost 30 years.
I don't know all your friends.
But how would I not know about a very close friend of yours? How long? What was his stretch?
Like 9 months.
Oh,
that's not bad.
that's not prison.
Nothing.
That's just
You could
he
do
was
that
in
in my
he
sleep.
was-
He's in jail.
He was in county jail or something.
No, he was in state. He got a shorter term.
For what?
Same thing that Mahomes' dad got pinched for.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He collects them like they're Pokemon
Hold on, how many
cards.
DUIs does your friend have? That's not acceptable.
I know. I'm not happy about it, but he's out.
Was his last one like with some kind of bodily injury
I
accident?
think it was just the number of them. I
Oh,
don't
my
know. Anyway,
God.
that's not here nor there. I see him the other day for the first time. Give him a hug.
Yep.
I ask him the obvious question.
Tell me what it was like on the inside.
I asked him a very specific question about the inside.
Yeah.
How was the sex?
Right. Oh, come on.
And he laughed. He was like, I can't tell you. We can't talk about it.
Come on.
And then he says, we listen to your morning show every day.
Really?
Yes. Because I heard you every day on the radio.
Hey, for years, I don't know whatever happened to the guy, but for years, I would get letters from a guy. This was back when we were on the other radio station. This is, we were on 93 for how many years? 18 years. It was a long time. And I used to get letters from a guy at FCI Coleman.
The big prison.
Oh yeah, Coleman, the Federal Corrections Institution up in Coleman. What is that, like Sumter County up there? I used to get like a letter a week from a guy in federal lockup that, listened to the show up there every single morning. All right, moving along. I got to ask you guys a question. I want you to be honest.
Yes.
Fester.
Yes.
Have you ever done magic mushrooms?
No.
That's an honest answer.
That's an honest answer. No, I haven't done
You've
magic.
never done magic mushrooms. All right. Roxanne, have you ever done magic mushrooms?
Aside from the ones that I took this morning, no. They're going to probably hit in about 30 minutes.
Good for you.
Now, you've never done shrooms?
No.
All right.
No.
Let me turn to Froggy.
Probably should.
Froggy, have you ever done magic mushrooms?
I have not, because I've heard that sometimes I've heard of people that it ruins them for life, sort of like Brian Wilson type.
Well, I know that there have been stories about.
I'm afraid to.
Well, I've heard about LSD. That some people that have tried LSD,
they get stuck like that.
Well, their brains are frigged up for their whole life. It
sort of fries you.
It like rewires something, and they're all cuckoo crazy for Cocoa Puffs or something.
But I've heard the same thing about shrooms.
Well,
so I don't know, man.
When it's a trip, I think you run that risk.
I will answer the question as well. No, I've never done. Listen, I've never done anything illegal. I've never smoked a joint. I've never, snorted all. I've done no illicit drug.
What a good
ever.
little boy.
Well, no, you know what? I'm proud of that. Don't make me. Don't try to knock me down and all.
Good little boy, no have no fun.
I am happy.
Good little boy, no, nothing bad. Nothing bad.
I am very comfortable that I have never done any illicit drug. The reason why I'm bringing this up, there is a Canadian mushroom retreat. And it's drawing people from all over the United States. They're going up to Canada, and you're able to go to this retreat, and you're all whacked out on shrooms the whole time. Have you heard about this?
Yes. Didn't I send you something about that? Like my friends were going on it. Did I send that to you a couple days ago?
I don't know.
There's a place in Orlando. I'm quite certain I sent that to you.
Hold on. They're doing shrooms in Orlando?
It's like a guided they drink some tea.
A psychedelic convention or a retreat. I've heard of these.
This one is in Canada. And, shrooms, the technical or medical term or the chemical term, it's psilocybin. So magic mushrooms, shrooms, psilocybin. And people are going to these mushroom retreats because for whatever reason, these shroom vacations are somehow promising that it'll help you climb the career ladder. What? You go to, and this particular one is in Canada. You go to Canada on this retreat and you're dropping magic mushrooms, and they say that it's going to help you climb the corporate and career ladder if you go up to their retreat in Canada and get all shroomed out of your head.
How?
I don't know.
Is this the same article, the psychedelic luxury retreat that CEOs and celebrities go to for self-discovery?
You just found one from what, Fox Business?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think this is the same story.
Outside of Vancouver, since a massive estate where wealthy entrepreneurs and CEOs go.
What? So maybe you can make connections there.
Hey, listen, maybe it's the same place. I just have a whole different story here. What people are looking for is to advance their own understanding of self so they can have a greater impact in their business, said Rob Grover, the 45-year-old co-founder of Canadian Luxury Magic Mushroom Retreat.
The Journeyman Collective
that's
is the
it.
name of the company.
That's it.
Okay, we're reading this, a
all
similar
right.
article.
Yeah, so that you got to say it's called the Journeyman Collective.
I like it.
And celebrities and court, they're going to get whacked and frigged up on magic mushrooms, and the claim is that you'll be more successful in really?
What, to open your mind to a different reality that might
make you a better salesperson?
Yeah, move your career in a different direction?
Okay.
This year, this Journeyman Magic Mushroom Collective, business is up almost 200% in bookings, and a lot of the business is coming from the United States, where they're going up to Canada to shroom out.
I wish I could find the specific one I sent to you, MJ, but there is one in Orlando. Now I just Googled psychedelic experience in Orlando, and so many different things are coming up.
But wait a second. I don't think it's legal to do shrooms an hour and 20 minutes down I-4.
I mean, I don't know.
Magic mushrooms are illegal, right? I mean, hey, go.
Are they?
Well, do we?
I don't know.
Go to
they
Google.
grow under poop. How are they illegal?
Go to the Googles.
Yes.
Are magic mushrooms legal in Florida? Is it legal in Florida? Doing mushrooms? Is it legal? Is it legal? All right.
Dear God, are you okay?
Yes.
That's the gambling jingle.
It's the
legal in Florida.
It's the Hard Rock commercial, which
the best commercial I've heard in the last year.
Oh, it's a great jingle.
I love it.
Oh yeah. Whatever the Hard Rock spent on that whole campaign and the jingle, I'll repeat it. It is legal, man. That's an earbug, man. That thing gets in your ear. That whatever they spent for that jingle, that was money well spent over at the Hard Rock. I'll tell you that right now. Florida Supreme Court decision on magic mushrooms. That possessing mushrooms in the state is legal. However, that is not the what? What? Hold on.
I'm going.
All right, just do me a favor. Click on that. Are psychedelic mushrooms legal in Florida? This is some law firm. Florida, like most states, takes prosecuting the possession of illegal substances seriously. Most Floridians know that many drugs are illegal, such as weed and heroin. However, you might not know what the rules are for hallucinogenic substances like magic mushrooms. So hold on. Scroll up. Does it have an answer here?
This is a wordy.
It is. Are psilocybin mushrooms legal under Florida law? There has been considerable medical research conducted on psychedelic mushrooms. Where's the freaking answer?
This is written like a legal document.
I just want to know, are they legal or illegal?
Yeah.
There was a case in 1978 regarding
Hold on. So what is the final disposition here? Are magic? I think they're illegal. What's the story? Do we have an answer?
Let's just call
maybe someone knows.
Let's call the Largo Police Department or something. They'll tell us.
Anyway, folks from the United States are. Could we please find the answer to this when we get back in just a matter of moments, please?
Or bring us some mushrooms.
Oh my God, that's crazy. All right, so we'll try to find the answer to the whole magic mushroom thing in just a bit. Hey, next, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ, including what we saw on the side of the road yesterday. After the show, we get on 4th Street to 275 Howard Franklin. You're not going to believe what we saw just getting onto the Howard Franklin Bridge. And then Fester had a conversation with the person. This is a crazy story. Hal Herman, not headlines, Hal Herman eclipse viewing safety tips are on the way in just a matter of moments. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We have a lot of stuff. Don't move. Next, here on the MJ Morning Show, Veterans Forum. and feel happy and confident and satisfied, and make sure I'm not leaving all kinds of great A-list material on the table today. But I'm going to try, and we'll give it the best shot as we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. I just hate leaving great stuff on the table, going into the weekend. On Tuesday, if I have great stuff left over, I do it Wednesday.
Different story. You do it next day.
Friday, I just hate leaving good stuff on the table. All right, let's get started here.
All we can do is give it our best shot.
And that's what I'm going to do.
You're only human.
A for effort, man. All right, so thanks for listening, folks. You got the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And right now, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Nonstop content for the next hour and 20 minutes plus. Now, a couple of things quickly on the contest front. We don't have the winner confirmation yet, but we were doing a contest this past week called the Madonna Concert Clock Watch because, as suspected, Madonna showed up ridiculously late. Madonna did not take the stage until... hang on, I'll tell you in a second. We did the Madonna Concert Clock Watch where we invited you, the listener, to go to our website, click on the little Madonna logo, the Madonna Concert Clock Watch, and guess what time Madonna will take the stage. Madonna, because she's late everywhere. In fact, there are some lawsuits out of, I believe, New York. Madonna, I saw a story yesterday. Madonna's trying to get the lawsuits dismissed. Madonna did not take the stage at Amalie Arena in Tampa last night until 10:36. Now, Gino, our afternoon guy, he was there. He has the Atomic Clock app on his cell phone. So 10:36 exactly is when Madonna came out on stage. The show started at 8:30. They had Bob the transvestite.
Bob the drag queen?
Okay, Bob.
They're trying to piss off the whole group? There hasn't Bob the drag queen.
It's the same thing. Drag queen, transvestite, same thing.
I don't know that.
All right.
I don't know that.
So I guess there was, I don't know, half an hour act, and then the audience sat around and twiddled their thumbs for like the next hour and 35 minutes waiting for Madonna to come out. You know what? Before we get to the crazy thing on the side of the road, and then I got another cool contest later today. I've got a cool pop-up from our friends at Lucan's. Lucan's, liquors and fine wines.
Love those guys.
Yep, Lucan's does a great job, and they have given me an instant VIP package for a meet and greet this weekend. Hang on, I'll explain in a matter of moments. And also, Michelle and I, man, I'm excited. Michelle and I are doing something special tonight. I'll explain in a matter of minutes. But the Madonna deal... Madonna took the stage at 10:36. You know what? Let's go to phones on this quickly. If you were at Madonna last night at Amalie Arena.
Oh, who wasn't?
I wasn't.
Oh, me either.
Yeah, me neither. I knew
Roxanne?
the concert would go too late.
Did you go, Rox?
I was not there.
I dropped by the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office annual reunion party. and then we stopped off at the Colony Grill for a nice Colony Grill Stamford, Connecticut bar pie last night.
Hey,
now,
you love pizza. Golly.
I do. It's
all you eat.
Like it's a secret. All right. Yeah. So I would like to hear, if you went to Madonna last night, that must have been just a pain in the ass for Madonna not to come out on stage until 10:36. So fire up the phones. If you were at Madonna last night, were you expecting her to walk out that late? 10:36? 800-990-1047. I mean, was the crowd getting restless? Anybody leave? 800-990-1047. The show was sold out. I mean, they sold that sucker out. Remember, Madonna almost died last year. So, they canceled her whole, U.S. tour for a while and postponed it. She was supposed to be at Amalie last September, but the show was canceled. Last night was the makeup. And then we did this contest. Madonna's going to be late on stage. It's a guarantee. And we had a $1,000 gift card to International Diamond Center for the person that guessed the closest on what time Madonna will actually take the stage, since she's always late. The official time was 10:36. And I'm sure promotions will go through and find the winner for whoever guessed 10:36. Or if there were multiple 10:36 guesses, then it goes to a drawing to pick the winner. Hey, all the phones, every single line just lit up.
That's amazing.
With obviously people that went to Madonna last night. Can you bring up the screener for me? Let me grab Kayreen is in St. Pete. Kayreen, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Kayreen.
Hi, MJ. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for calling. So you were at Madonna last night.
I was at Madonna last night, yes.
All right. Now, the buzz is, I mean, most folks know that she's generally pretty late, correct?
Yes, I would say so.
Did you expect it to be 10:36 that she took the stage last night?
I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't expect it to be 10:36. When we were walking in and going, getting our merchandise and all that, one of the attendants told us that she was supposed to hit the stage around 10:10.
Did you buy a $58 T-shirt?
58, yeah, right.
Yeah, $8.
What?
That's 1970s prices.
No. I said no.
58.
I said, did you buy a $58 T-shirt?
Oh no, it was only $50.
It's only $50 T-shirt.
Wow, that's pretty
cheap.
That's a bargain. $50 T-shirt cost them $3.75 to print. Yeah.
My son bought a $90 jacket.
Oh my God! Really?
It
Material
says,
boy jacket?
What does it say? Madonna on the back of it?
It says it has like her logo emblem thing, and on the front it has Madonna and a bunch of and on the sleeve it has all the cities where the concert was touring. And
Gotcha.
I don't
Where the
remember.
hell is he going to wear that jacket in Florida?
Now, what time did Bob the Hooker go on? I'm sorry, Bob the transvestite. What is it?
Bob the drag queen.
matter with you?
So Bob.
The way it was they had a DJ that came on at 8:30.
Right.
The DJ played until about 9:30, and then at about 10:30, 10:25ish was when Bob the drag queen started coming through the crowd from the back of the stadium.
Hold on, they just have a DJ playing records from 8:30 to 9:30.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, Kayreen. So 8:30 to 9:30 is DJ, and then after the DJ at 9:30, Bob came out because
Yes, we waited for about an hour, and no. Bob came out at it was only a few minutes before Madonna. His job basically was to get the crowd riled up.
So how long was Bob the transvestite on stage?
drag queen.
He actually so he came from the back of the stadium, walked with his crew to the front of the stage and was talking, and doing some commentary. Stopped at the row I was in to talk to one of the, the guys in the crowd. His name was Stanley or something like that. Yes. And then he walked to the stage and basically introduced Madonna, and she came out and started singing, and that was exactly at 10:36.
Exactly.
Paid for that?
Exactly 10:36.
So Bob,
but people got there at what, 8:00, 7:45, and you just for 3 hours. Anyway, Kayreen, thanks for the call. I appreciate you listening. Carolyn in Valrico. Carolyn, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
We're great. What are your thoughts on Madonna getting on stage at 10:36?
Well, I thought it was very late. I put in for 10:18, so I was hoping, she'd be a little bit earlier.
Hey, you were close. Pretty. All right, so what time did the concert end? When was her last encore?
It was. There were no encores. It was close to 1.
Oh, my.
By 1 o'clock, and I had great parking. Definitely, it was my first and last Madonna concert, which is not worth. Madonna cannot hold a note.
Really?
Oh, she didn't sound good?
It was terrible. No, she did not sound good at all.
Oh,
no.
God. All right, Carolyn, thanks for the call. Russell in Clearwater. Russell, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Yes, hi, MJ. How you guys doing? Listen to you guys all the time. Love you guys.
Thank you.
I dragged my 17-year-old son because my wife had to work, so she couldn't make it. But, that's probably the last time I'll go see Madonna. That woman just previous to me was absolutely right. I think she sounded awful. She definitely sounded her age. And like I said, the wait time was awful.
Your son, he's 17. Was he able to get up for school this morning?
Well, no. Well, actually, my son finished school early. He's just waiting to walk with his class and graduate.
Good for him. Absolutely. All right, but you concur with the last call that Madonna's voice or her ability to sing in key was terrible?
Just her voice just her voice sounded awful. Not like the Madonna we're used to hearing.
Wow. Thank you, Russell. Thank you for checking in. All right, just two more calls. Every line is still ringing in here, but I got to move on. Terry in Tampa. Hi, Terry. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Good morning.
Oh, wait. It says you were not there.
No, but I was at the show in Atlanta.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
About 2016.
Oh, 8 years ago. Give us the breaking news from the show 8 years ago.
Did she show up ridiculously late there?
Yeah, she came on about 5 minutes to 11.
Oh, my God.
And we had driven 90 miles. It was in Atlanta.
Yep.
And she came on at 5 to 11. And about 45 minutes later, she had not played one song any of us knew, so we left.
You're still going to drive an hour and a half.
What the hell was she singing if she didn't do any songs you knew?
I have no idea. That's why we left.
That's insane. Terry, thanks for calling. All right, last call. Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a great wife you would be, Brandy. Go ahead.
Good morning. Yeah, my husband and I got a sitter, and we went, and unfortunately, we couldn't stay till the end. We had to get home to the sitter, and my husband's like, can we stay? And I'm like, no, we have a sitter waiting on us. And I got to tell you guys, it was not a concert. It was more like a variety show.
Really?
Yeah. Raunchy, but that's Madonna. It's expected. But
were you disappointed in the overall experience?
Yes. For the amount of money that was paid.
Wow.
I don't know if I can say that. Billy Joel was better.
Oh, yeah. I was at Billy Joel with friends and Michelle. We went to Billy Joel and Sting, and I thought that was great.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, Brandy.
I agree, yeah.
Was Madonna wearing a knee brace?
Yes. Yes, she was.
And a catheter.
And I would agree.
Okay. Say it again, Brandy.
I said I would agree that with the last caller concerning her vocals, they were off. But keep in mind, she is still healing from... And then she poured beer on the audience. I mean, that was interesting.
That would piss me off.
Yeah, that happened.
Hey, did you ever hear, Brandy, that there's a port on a Western Bay?
Oh, God.
I did.
And it serves 100 ships a day?
Yes, I did.
And lonely sailors pass the time away?
Yes, they did.
And talk about their homes?
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yep. Do you lay working whiskey down?
I do.
Wow.
I love it. Brandy.
You're a fine girl.
You're a fine girl.
What a good wife you would be.
Exactly.
Right.
But my love, life and lady.
Yeah. She's hanging up.
Brandy, Brandy, have a great day. Thank you.
You too. Bye.
All right.
That's really an insult song to women named Brandy.
That is a great song.
But it's a great song. But like, if you're named Brandy, I mean, it's like, you know, this woman gets turned down for like what? Fish water?
My kids growing up at 11, 12, 13, they love that. They would ask us to play the song in the car. So Chloe and Julian, you know, growing up 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, to this day, my kids, Julian is 19, Chloe's 22. They love Brandy by Looking Glass. Love it.
Why don't you introduce them to good music?
By the way, we did look up the whole... We looked up the magic mushroom thing. This is a story from Fox 13 back in 2022. First legal mushroom dispensary in U.S. opens in Ybor City? A shop in Ybor City claims it's the first legal mushroom dispensary in the United States. Just like marijuana, magic mushrooms, or shrooms as they're known, are legal under federal law. However, just like Delta-8 marijuana, which is weaker, but legal version, shrooms are also finding their way. What is it, like microdosing or something? Or
yeah, I mean, a couple of people said to me that they can buy magic mushrooms in dispensaries in small amounts.
You can get them in pill form.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, this the Madonna review is not good from our phone calls just now, and people obviously aggravated that she took the stage at 10:36.
I mean, I think the whole experience got soured by the 2-hour delay from the printed start time to the opening act.
All right, coming up this morning, folks, if you are a fan of Travis Pastrana, our good friends at Lucan's are giving us some special VIP access tickets. Travis Pastrana, and he's legendary in motorsports and stunts. Man, you've got a big fan base out there. So if you're a fan of Travis Pastrana, he's going to be in town at Lucan's at the Seminole location on Seminole Boulevard on Sunday from 11 to 1. And he's going to be signing cans of Good Boy Citrus vodka cocktail cans. And we're going to give away 2 VIP packages for you guys to get VIP treatment. Meet Travis Pastrana, and you'll get a signed case of Good Boy Citrus Circus vodka cocktail cans. You'll get to meet him. I mean, this guy's like a motocross legend. I mean, 11-time X Games champ.
Yeah.
And I know there's Froggy knew immediately who this guy was.
You know
He's
what
like,
he did?
What?
He recreated the Evel Knievel fountain jump
at
Caesars.
At Vegas. Oh, really?
Wow. He's done a bunch of cool stuff.
Anyway, later on this morning, just keep listening.
I think he did.
And we're gonna tell you when to call in, and you can get VIP access to meet Travis Pastrana and get some autographed cans for the new drink that he has. Special edition Good Boy Vodka Circus or Citrus Circus cans. Again, it's going to be Lucan's this Sunday from 11 to 1 at Lucan Seminole on Seminole Boulevard. So, and we're going to give away 2 VIP packages later this morning. Keep listening, and thanks to Lucan's for making it available to our audience. So
That's awesome.
Stand by, get ready to win. All righty.
Uh-oh, is it time? Let me go get Hal.
No, it's not Hal Herman time.
Hal, just wait.
All right, Hal Herman with Eclipse viewing safety tips is coming up in just a matter of minutes.
Ugh.
But I got 2 things first. I am so excited. Michelle and I are going to be doing something later tonight. I'll explain in a minute. First, though, man, this is crazy. If you follow my Instagram, and you should because you'll get a preview, you never know what the hell's going to pop up on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. This is what happened. 10:10. I'm leaving the studio here in St. Pete. I get on 4th Street, headed toward the Howard Franklin Bridge. And as I'm getting on the bridge yesterday with, the 4th Street exit onto the Howard Franklin, I look over and I'm like, is that what I think it is?
Chupacabra?
There was a white car. It was a white Volkswagen.
It wasn't a chupacabra.
Yeah, it was not.
Oh, okay.
Chupacabra.
It's not a chupacabra.
We're not in the middle of central Mexico.
All right. So I'm pulling onto the bridge, and off to the side, kind of parked all cockeyed on the shoulder, there's a white Volkswagen, and the whole hood of the car is all bent up and wrapped like on the roof. The windshield is smashed. I'm like, oh my God, it's like a scene out of Tommy Boy with Chris Farley and David Spade.
Baby, 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 oh baby, I love you.
Remember, this is where the hood pops up on their already destroyed car?
Was the deer in the back seat at this point or not yet?
The deer had already happened.
Okay.
Yeah, the deer already happened. Then they think they're in the clear, but... Oh, my God! I mean, it was like a scene out of Tommy Boy. The whole hood of this white Volkswagen is peeled up, like bent. The hinges all like bent back. I mean, this car is wrecked, and the hood smashed the windshield, and the hood is all flapped up on the roof of the car. I'm like, oh my God, it's Tommy Boy. I wanted to go to the Circle K on MLK and back up the car and have the car door all bend back on the bollard like in Tommy Boy. All right, so here's what happens. I drive by this thing. I'm like, oh, son of a, I can't stop. I can't go backward. Once I realized what I was looking at.
You already passed it.
I already passed it, and I could not safely stop or back up. So I quickly get on the phone. I'm like, Fester, where are you? Fester was in Publix on MLK.
Yeah, I was getting a pub sub.
Yeah, Fester was at Publix. I'm like, dude, get back over to 4th. Get on. You're going to see a white Volkswagen. It was at a Passat or something, or a Jetta.
Passat?
Whatever it is. I said, dude, the whole hood of the car is snapped up backward. It's bent over the windshield and the roof. I'm like, oh, my God.
It's a Jetta.
Oh, it's a Jetta. Okay,
Jetta.
so it's a Volkswagen Jetta is what this thing is. So Fester then gets over to 4th Street, over from, MLK from 9th, and he's able to pull over. And Fester snaps a series of pictures. And I posted these on my Instagram. The pictures are up on my Instagram right now at Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Fester, while taking the pictures, sees there's a young woman inside the car because the windows were tinted.
Super dark.
The windows tinted, but Fester sees there's a girl inside who is crying her eyes out.
Oh.
And then Fester.
Then I'm there.
Fester's
Did you help
there.
her?
And then, well, this is where Good Samaritan Fester
I love it.
knocks on the window and says, can I help with anything?
Aw.
And then here comes the story.
So get this.
This is crazy. It gets crazier.
In one of the pictures, you see it clearly, the side of the thing. She told me, I was like, first of all, she rolled down her own window, and she was just done crying. She wasn't actively crying when I saw her.
But her face was all wet,
blood red,
puffy,
and puffy, and she must have been. I mean, she must have been 19 or 20 years old.
Yep.
Her name was Cameron. I said, "Are you okay?"
Oh.
And she's like, "Yeah, I'm okay." She was on the phone with her insurance company, and her boyfriend was coming to get her.
Yeah.
And then, of course, she has this big oaf of a man. Are you okay?
That's Fester on the side of the road.
And,
I got an important question.
yes,
She's had a totally traumatic time, and here comes Fester. Yeah, Frog.
Hot?
I mean, if her face wasn't puffy from crying, I guess.
Fester,
I don't know.
hold
Well,
on.
I
dude,
mean, some
she
people
was-
have some people have pretty cry faces, and some
She was
people
a-
have ugly cry
No,
faces.
She was a
Fester,
very pretty young
you
woman.
said to
Yeah,
me,
a very pretty
you
young
said
woman.
to me, quote, as pretty as can be. No, you
she
said
was-
as,
That's nice.
as cute as can be.
Ew,
Yeah, she was
creepy.
a
But-
cute young woman.
Listen to what happened. So
So she starts.
this was her second accident of the day.
She
All right.
starts volunteering more information because
Yeah.
I'm like, "Are you okay? Do you need any help, or can I call 911 for you, or something?" And she says, "No, my boyfriend's on the way. I'm on the line with my insurance company. She didn't get out of her car because of busy interstate." And she says, "I had a fender bender earlier in the day, and if you look at the grill on MJ's Instagram right now, you can see the whole grill is pushed in."
Go to my Instagram. Take a look at the picture. It's the last item. It's Certified MJ Radio, and there are like 3 or 4 pictures that are posted. And what Fester's saying, the whole grill on this white Volkswagen Jetta is smashed in. So she rear-ended somebody earlier?
So she already had the worst day ever.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, you have an accident.
Earlier, you get a rear-ender going on.
The car's still functioning, so she takes it to the interstate. She obviously had to travel to Tampa. The impact of the fender bender dislodged the mechanism that locks the hood.
The latch.
The latch.
So she didn't know that her latch on her hood was damaged from the fender bender she had earlier. She's getting on 275, and the hood goes. Oh my.
Okay, it's not funny. It's not funny.
Oh, my God.
Okay, think about how a hood normally opens and stops like at that 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Yeah. It's like you're driving down the highway and someone behind you in the back seat puts their hands over your eyes. All of a sudden, you have zero visibility.
The hood it's a 180 now on the hood.
So if you could see in that same picture that you can see the front damage from the fender bender.
Oh, yeah.
There's cracks in the windshield. It shattered out her windshield.
Smashed her windshield up on top. The hood. This car is effed up.
No.
But did she tell you how she was able to see? Was she swerving all over like Tommy Boy?
She didn't take out any of the orange barricades on the side of the road. I mean, you can see that there's some visibility.
You can talk over the skidding.
Yeah, I like the skidding. You can see that there's. You can see that there's like a 4-inch area of visibility from the top of the dashboard to the bottom of the hood that she could probably, in a panic, get her car safely to the side of the road. But, I'm glad I stopped to make sure she... I didn't. First of all, my biggest fear was having the driver in the car while I'm sitting there trying to be a jerk and take pictures of it for MJ's Instagram.
Because I told him, I said to Fester, it's a scene out of Tommy Boy. The whole hood of the car is all bent up. And I said, you got to get a picture for me, for my Instagram. And then it turns into Fester having a conversation with this sweet young woman, Cameron.
Cameron, yes. I hope she got out okay. I didn't stick around.
Did you tell her to listen to the MJ Morning Show tomorrow morning on 104.7 FM?
I said that. I was like, hey, have you ever heard of the MJ Morning Show? And she goes, oh, my God, my mom loves you guys. And I just said, shut up. And I left. It's like, get out of here.
Anyway.
Talking about your mom.
Is this car totaled? I mean, when you snap up the hood and you bend the whole thing back over your roof? Anyway.
I mean, the rear end damage is repairable, but all this, I don't know.
All right, take a look at the exclusive photos on my Instagram.
Exclusive photos.
I'm sorry that Cameron's misery is my Instagram content.
Yeah, for real.
I'm sorry.
Everybody's misery is your content.
So my Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio, and take a look at the pictures. All right, before we get to Hal Herman, safety tips for the eclipse coming up in minutes live here on the MJ Morning Show. But first, let me just take a second here. It'll only take a second. I am so excited. Michelle and I are going to see Cheap Trick tonight here in town.
Really?
Yes,
Cheap Trick.
The band Cheap Trick.
Yes, Cheap Trick tonight, Michelle.
Where at? Hang on.
Hold on a second. Cheap Trick. They're not playing tonight.
Yes, they are.
Where at?
They're not playing tonight.
Yes, they are.
What's today's date?
Today is the 5th of April.
Okay, I type in Cheap Trick Tampa, and something does come up, but not on tonight.
Dude, you're an idiot.
Yeah, maybe someone's playing a cheap trick on you.
Yes. Heart and Cheap Trick are playing at Amalie Arena on the 26th of April.
No, why'd you tell?
Nope. Cheap Trick is playing tonight, the 5th of April.
Yeah.
Yeah,
tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah.
Were they playing your backyard?
Yeah, wait, you hire him at the house? But Robin Zander's looking for some weekend work? What's the deal? You have been bamboozled, my friend.
I have not.
Trick is not playing tonight.
Yeah.
What's the other word you like? The wonkified?
You have been wambukied.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've been wambukied.
You have been wambukied and wonkified.
You've been wonkified. That's mine.
No.
You know what? Then go.
I am going to Cheap Trick.
it.
I'm going to see Cheap Trick tonight
Please.
here in Tampa. Tonight, Cheap Trick in Tampa.
Okay, what's the catch?
Go, you stupid idiot. It's not tonight. Look on the internet.
It is tonight.
Oh, my God.
Tell Robin I said hello. There you go.
Tonight, it's you. One of the Cheap Trick songs, which I hope. They're doing. I was invited. They're doing a private show tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
Witty tweety.
Where?
You think you're so
Will you tell us where?
cool.
I can't say.
Oh, come on.
No, listen. If I say where the private show is going to be and it's overrun,
It won't be that private anymore.
Well, they'll
Yes, I mean-
they'll ban me. I'll be persona non grata at this place.
What is this? At some fancy yacht club or something?
Hey, listen.
You're barely persona welcome
Dude,
there
listen,
anyway.
I cannot say. I didn't say anything.
How come you get invited to everything and we get invited to nothing?
Hey, listen, you can guess all you want.
Earlier in the week, you're judging a hamburger contest, which should have been my gig.
You want me?
Now you're seeing Cheap Trick at a private show?
Yeah.
Seriously, you have other members of your show.
Is this like at some fancy hoity-toity club?
Listen to me.
He gets hotel stay.
happen
So
to-
you're just talking about it just to brag?
No, I'm just saying that I'm excited because Cheap Trick is one of my favorite bands.
Got some rich guy problems.
Listen, going back when I was 13 years old in 1979, and I wore out my Cheap Trick Live at Budokan cassette on my Sony boombox.
Have you seen Cheap Trick yet live?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've seen Cheap Trick numerous times.
Have you met Robin Zander and the guys?
Dude, we had Robin Zander in our. He came into our. He was in our studio at the old radio station.
I met a bunch of people. I don't remember.
Yeah, and Robin Zander lives right here.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, now it's coming back to me.
Robin Zander lives in Safety Harbor.
And you were talking his ear off, and then after a while, he looked at you and said, "I want you
to shut up,
shut up, to shut the bleep up."
He said, "I want you to shut your trap."
All right, so you're going to some hoity-toity club.
I didn't say where I was going. It's a private.
It's not the Chili's.
I'm telling you,
he's not performing at the Holiday Inn Express in Plant City.
I didn't say where it is, and I'm not, because if I do, I'm going to get I'll probably get excoriated and banned if I say where it is. But I'm excited. So there is a Cheap Trick concert tonight. It's a private event. It's not on any schedule anywhere.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going to the West Chase food truck First Friday event. Everyone is invited. It's not
one round. So I'm excited. What a great song.
Damone?
What?
It'd be so nice to go to that, Fester, wouldn't it?
You know, it would. I tell you what.
I wonder if they're going to do that 70s show theme song and dedicate it to Danny Masterson or something, you know? Yeah.
Two observations.
Yes.
One.
Yep.
I hope you have a wonderful time with all your hoity-toity friends. Two. when I am of the belief that when a person of great hoity-toityness.
I'm not a person.
No, not you.
We figured out where it is, by the way.
Listen to the whole statement. When a person of great hoity-toityness, and who's, I'm sure, a very nice person, invites MJ to anything, I bet you there's a dinner for schmucks thing going on, and they bring you along.
Cheap Trick. Don't say where it is. Okay?
How do you guys know?
I know I can keep a secret.
Did you hear he's opening up for him?
Oh,
Bob the drag queen. Yeah, his name's Madonna. He's still in town.
Madonna's still in town.
I thought it was Fart Basket.
Fart. No, but, you know.
They're good.
Does anyone know how to get a hold of Robin Zander?
Yeah, you will tonight.
No, I'm saying
you're gonna be there with like 200 people.
Well,
how many people are going?
How
to
big's
this
the crowd?
No, I think there's gonna be more than a couple hundred people.
Okay, I'm asking. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what the deal is? I think they're playing down at the. Is it still the Hertz Arena? I think they're playing tomorrow night in Estero. So down in what is that? Is that Lee County down there, or is that
Fort Myers area?
Yeah. So they're playing down in Estero at the arena down there tomorrow night. So this is like a cool private add-on gig. Yeah, it's the Hertz Arena. They're playing tomorrow night, south of us.
Wonder how much they cost.
So whether the guys are like, hey, man, you want to make an extra $50K by playing for a bunch of rich dudes in Tampa?
I would love to meet Robin Zander again. Listen, he lives right in town. I could probably meet him a time at the Nona Slice House or something on Main Street.
You want to go get a nice slice?
But hey, listen, if anyone knows how to get a hold of Robin Zander, I don't know if they're doing any backstage thing or any kind of meet and greet. But listen, I'd love to say hi to Robin Zander again. He knows who the MJ Morning Show is. So if anyone knows Robin Zander, or if a friend of Robin Zander, local Tampa Bay Safety Harbor resident, if he's listening, or if any friends are listening, I'd love to say hi to Robin tonight if he's doing any kind of backstage deal.
All right. So the big concert is.
So hold on. Let me give out my. If anyone knows Robin Zander, or Robin, if you're listening. MJ@MJMorningshow.com. That's my email.
What a stalker.
I'm not stalking. Cheap Trick is one of my all-time favorites.
I'm going to open up robinzander69@gmail.com and just string you along all day.
When I was up in New York doing mornings on WOR, Cheap Trick did like an hour-long set at the iHeart Theater at our old building at 32 Avenue of the Americas. And that was, it was like, 80 people in the room, 100 people in the room, and I was, right next to the stage. So, yeah, if anyone knows how to get a hold of Robin Zander, give me an email. Send me a note, MJ@MJMorningshow.com. Listen, I'm a fanboy, all right? I'm a fan of Cheap Trick.
We can tell.
All right?
What a harasser.
No, seriously, it's one of my top favorite bands of all time.
Robin Zander's singing in front of 100 people at this arena, and he's like, this next song goes out to the sick boy in the front row. And he's like, sir, I'm MJ. I'm a man.
Come on, Robin, send me an email, Robin. MJ.
All right, chill out, Mark David Chapman. My God.
This is a little weird.
Have him sign your book?
Yeah. I'm a fan. I don't get excited over many bands. I'm not a real fanboy, but I love Cheap Trick.
Okay, we get it.
All right, MJ at MJMorningshow.com.
So,
All right.
well, they appear I guess April 26th.
Yeah, they're with Heart.
But in Orlando over the summer, they're going to be with like Def Leppard and Journey.
Yeah, so they're busy. They're doing a lot of stuff. So,
all right.
Well, you have fun at your little event.
Yeah.
Do you know what their only #1 song was? Cheap Trick. Only #1 U.S. charting song. Do you know what it was?
What? I don't know.
It was this is like an event that I've one of the most exciting things that's happened to me in the last I don't know year. Just I'm very excited to see Cheap Trick tonight, and I'm thankful to the friends that invited me and Michelle to join them at this private event.
Thank you, friends.
Yes, friend who doesn't invite Froggy, Fester, or Roxanne.
We don't get invited to nothing. We don't matter.
Listen, I'm sorry.
Like I said,
I'm
we're
sorry
the
if-
Remoras. He's the Great White.
I'm sorry if my friends are not inviting you.
Come on, friends.
We just nibble off your skin.
Any friend of MJ.
Isn't that what remoras do to the whale?
Yeah, pretty much. Just clean the dead skin off.
We just eat your plankton.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Hal Herman Eclipse Viewing Safety Tips here on the MJ Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Hal Herman. All right, I'm going to have to disclaim the hell out of this, or else we're going to get sued.
Disclaim this right here.
Yeah.
Whoa. What's up, guys?
Yeah, the Beasleys are not going to be happy with the litigation that will ensue. Here comes Hal Herman.
Oh, boy.
My disclaimer is, with Hal Herman Eclipse Viewing Safety Tips, I'm guessing you're not going to want to follow any of these.
Well, now, why do you start it off like that?
All right, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me not start it off on a negative. Let me give you the benefit of the doubt.
Captain Daysay over here, you know what I'm saying? And I heard about your hoity-toity event you're going to tonight.
Did you hear, Hal? He's going to see Cheap Trick.
Yeah, I know those guys.
Do you?
No. But I would like you to introduce me again, but I want you to say Hal Herman from Hal Herman, the new rock band, because, that's my new deal. Let me do it again.
Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen, with Eclipse Viewing Safety Tips from Hal Herman. That's going to be his new band. Hal Herman has a band called Hal Herman. Maybe they can open up for Cheap Trick tonight.
Let's ask him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hal Herman.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah, all right. My first single, Did You Hear About This, is coming out soon. Did you hear about it?
That's the song, right?
Yes,
Did you hear
it's
about
called
this?
Did You Hear About This?
Oh, that's the name of the song?
Yes,
Now,
it is a jammer.
When are you Hal
Thank
Herman?
you to my producer and musician, Anthony August. He helped me out. I call him Double A.
All right, when are you going to debut? Have you heard about that from Hal Herman?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about maybe a live performance next week in my Hal Herman character.
Well, Hal Herman's not a character. It's a real person.
No. Hal is a real
Hal
person.
Herman's the name of the band.
Oh,
you
Hal
stupid fat dumbass.
I'm trying to find.
Sorry, I'm in a mood.
Who the hell names a band Hal Herman when your name's
I
Hal
do.
Herman? It's a pretty dumb name, Hal.
Well, that's the name of the band, and we rock your socks off, baby. All right. Now, I'm here for a very special reason. Do you know why? Did you hear about this?
What's going on?
Did you hear about that?
Did you hear about that? Eclipse is coming.
Yes, we know about the eclipse. So Hal Herman, Eclipse Viewing Safety Tips. So I don't know what to believe. One story that I see says that here in the Tampa Bay area on Monday, peak eclipse time is at 3 p.m., and some items say that we'll have a 58% eclipse. And then I've heard others that say 62%. Then I've heard 65% of the sun's going to be covered up by the moon. Who the hell knows?
Well, you say you don't know what to believe, but that's why we have Hal here with nothing but the facts.
All right, so Hal...
my ex-girlfriend, Goldie Showers, she used to be a eye doctor. So she fed me a bunch of stuff, and she also studied the sun in college. So
she was an optometrist?
Yeah, she knew a lot about the sun, a lot about eyes, so therefore I learned a lot. And she gave me the most inside tips you could ever get. Now, these are real tips to keep your eyeballs nice and safe during the eclipse. You don't even have to use those stupid fake glasses.
All right, folks.
I heard those things will burn your eyeballs out.
All right, listen, folks, ignore all of this.
Don't ignore nothing, stupid. Now I'm going to need an assistant.
All right,
Now I'm going to give you some tips here.
Yeah.
I'm going to be about 27 of them.
Yep.
I'm going to need about an hour.
Now
let's get started.
You've got 5 minutes from
first
now.
Let me tell you, a solar eclipse, if you don't know, is when the sun goes around the moon, and then it makes a crazy thing in your eyeballs. Okay, so that's an eclipse.
This solar eclipse is when the moon passes in front of
in front of it. Yeah, that's what I meant.
In front of the sun and Earth.
That's what I meant. Now, people like to stare at it. If you stare at it, your eyeballs will literally catch on fire and you'll die. All right, I know a guy who died. His eyeballs just died. Okay, now I'm gonna need an assistant for my first tip.
You want Roxanne?
Yeah, Roxanne would love to volunteer.
I like a guy. More of a guy.
Listen, who are you, P. Diddy?
Yeah, come on. All right, man. You, sir. You can be my assistant.
I'm guessing.
All right.
Volunteer for this crap.
All right, now.
Okay, Fester, you're
Fester's being pulled out of the audience.
Yes, there you go. Come on over here and slide over here. Now, the first tip.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Can you? Am I the camera shot, Andrew?
Andrew's
you're
in.
good. You're in.
Okay. It's got to be a blue Sharpie.
It's not a tip.
No, but I'm telling you, this specific color of this blue is called Spectrum Blue.
All right, so
sorry about my coffee breath.
Oh my God.
But it's called Spectrum Blue.
Oh, he's breathing in Fester's
All right,
face.
now what you want to do now?
So this is a blue Sharpie.
Now you want to get a blue Sharpie. All right, now come here, assistant. You just want to sort of go like this. You want to go like this.
He's
right on me.
He's drawing.
This is some like frat boy hazing stuff going on right
He's
now.
drawing eyeballs on Fester's forehead. Hey, Andrew, do you have a camera shot on this?
Come on.
What
boy.
What are you drawing?
Now, what you got to do is you got to draw 2 fake eyes above your eyes,
right,
and then you do 2 lines below.
Right.
Now, for some reason, this keeps the sun. It hits the eye, and it hits the blue. It goes over your eye, so your eye's protected, and then it bounces away from your eye. Thanks to the Spectrum Blue. Okay? Now, that's number 1, but it's got to be a blue marker.
What are you saying?
Okay, now let's go to the next one.
You dropped something.
What the heck is that?
Now, number 2.
All right.
Everybody knows.
Eclipse.
Everybody could get these.
Eclipse safety viewing tip number 2.
Is that a shopping bag?
Yes, this is specifically built for shopping groceries. Okay.
Is that a Publix plastic bag?
Yes. Now, you can get these anywhere, but it has to be this color, the brownish.
It's the tan. It's like a tan Publix.
Yes.
It's the tan Publix plastic bag.
So, like the gray Walmart bag would not work?
No, it will not work. That'll actually catch on fire immediately.
Okay.
All right, this is what you want to do is you want to sort of get this right here.
Right.
Okay, you want to get it over your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, and then just maybe a little lower. Maybe like right about there. All right, what you want to do?
He's tight.
Now, this.
He's tight.
Now you want to do a little eye hole right here. Eye hole right there. All right, now hold that away from your hair. Use your eye hole to breathe. All right, now if you do this, now you want to choke like that, and after you choke, put it over your eyes like that. Okay, we're not done.
Froggy.
We're not done.
Hal, you can't put a Publix plastic bag over your head and call it eye protection.
Now we're gonna move on. We're not done with this.
Oh jeez. All right. So,
now,
Reynolds wrap?
You want to get the Reynolds wrap. It's got to be Reynolds wrap, okay?
Right.
And what you do is put this on his face like that.
So now he's
Little breathing room. Little breathing room. All right, don't do that.
Now he's taken the Reynolds wrap and smashed it and molded it on Fester's face.
Now, this is important.
All right, this is important. Yes.
You got to give it a couple sprays.
Sprays of what?
Oh no!
What are you doing? What are you spraying in his face? What is that? What?
This is anti-reflected spray.
That's disinfectant.
Okay? No, it's anti-reflected.
It's disinfectant spray.
All
You're
right.
spraying. So
Now-
Fester has a Publix bag over his head,
This is gonna protect
a
him.
sheet of Reynolds wrap, and now Froggy just sprayed deodorant spray.
Now, you don't know this, but you can still see through this because the way the sun hits it, you got to take the foil on, you fat ass. All right.
Oh, my
now,
God.
Now, take the foil away.
All right.
Okay. Now, you want to get some pig's ass barbecue. You want to rub this under your
Hold on.
eyes.
Are you putting barbecue sauce on his face?
No, don't put barbecue sauce on my face.
Oh, my God. All right.
Spray on me.
Hang on a second now. Well, actually.
Hold on. You're putting barbecue sauce on Fester?
No, not yet. All right. Now, that's that.
All right, I'm ending this.
That's that method.
No. We need to figure this out.
Now-
Like, there are more condiments.
I'm shutting
Now,
this down.
shut your eyeballs for a second, please, and tilt your head back. This is the best and most effective way.
What is it?
Is this
What are you
tip
doing?
number? Is this tip number 3?
What
Yes,
is this?
tip number 3.
All right, on safe
Now-
eclipse viewing.
If you see the color of this, it's the color of the sun.
Okay.
Oh
Same
no, you're
color,
not
so-
going to do that.
Go ahead.
No,
No, not doing anything.
You can't do that. What are you? Oh my God! Oh, whoa! Oh my God!
Now, as you can see,
Froggy just squirted mustard in Fester's eyes.
No,
The sun is yellow.
That's yellow sun.
The sun is yellow.
That's yellow sun juice. Now, if you look at do you see it? Now open your eyes.
You can't open your eyes; it's gonna sting.
Open your eyes now. Can you see the sun?
Yellow burning my
All right, Fester, go look in your camera. Move over to your camera.
Well, I got other ways.
No.
Andrew, take a shot of this. We need a close up of this.
Here, Fester.
All right, you're not. You got to get. He can't see. He's got
Well,
mustard
I'm not
in his
done.
eyes.
You got to throw
All right,
coffee
these.
beans in the
Oh, he's doing.
You got to throw coffee beans in there.
He just threw coffee beans in the globs of mustard in Fester's
Now,
eyes.
the coffee will mix in with the mustard and
my-
give you a very specific anti-reflection eye goggles.
I feel it.
Oh, all right. This.
Now, if you look at Fester,
This is over.
you can see
This is over.
that if you look like Fester, you will be protected and you will have a fantastic experience watching the sun. Roxanne, are you okay?
This is over.
No, I'm not okay.
This is, folks,
All right, now I do have more. I do have more. If I can get the barbecue sauce
we're
open.
done. We're done. Now you're gonna pour barbecue
Don't,
sauce
Fester,
in his
do not.
eyes.
All right, now this
Open
is the
your
last
eyes.
ingredient.
Is
Now,
that KC masterpiece?
Now this is pig's ass barbecue.
All right, hold on. Move the mic in
All
front
right,
of
now
Fester's
this is
face.
the last ingredient right
To my
here.
camera so you can
This
read
is
the
the last ingredient right here.
Oh, what is this?
And this is going to help keep your forehead from exploding during the solar eclipse. You're just gonna go like this.
wait.
And now that's called.
How does this help?
That's a barbecue hat.
How does this help?
Froggy,
And as you see, it looks like a wig.
Hal Herman just poured a whole bottle of barbecue sauce. It looks like Rudy Giuliani's hair dye dripping down his face and hair.
How does this help anything?
Now, if you take Hal Herman's tips for the solar eclipse, as you see, the two eyeballs are still underneath the.
It's burning my eyes.
Look at that! Look at the hair that Fester. He's got it's like a barbecue toupee.
Now, these are all tips I learned from my former girlfriend, and they will protect you.
Goldie shower squirted mustard in your eyes?
Yes.
None of these will help you view the eclipse safely, folks. Make sure you have the approved ISO glasses to. All right, is that it? Is this?
This is the dumbest segment ever.
This is.
It's really important.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hal Herman Eclipse Viewing Safety Tips.
You are completely protected.
You want to see what Fester looks like. Folks, if you're watching MJTV right now, this is an absolute abomination. And
I told you these are real tips.
This is supposed to protect you with the eclipse?
You will be unscathed.
If you're not watching MJTV Live, you can go back and watch the replay, mjmorningshow.com.
You can't leave. You got to leave that on for an hour.
And click on MJTV. Oh, my God. Is there paper towel?
Yeah, there's paper towel right here. I'll help you, Fester. No, there's paper towel right here, right next to Fester, but he can't reach it.
How? I don't mean to critique your methods, but I feel like I need more coffee beans.
More coffee beans.
Oh, wait a minute. I can help you out.
Yeah, okay. I don't.
There you go. I should take care of you.
This is an absolute.
Now.
Oh, my God.
You look like a superhero coffee bean man.
Thank you.
Froggy,
Yes.
you are not leaving today.
What?
You're not going to do your
My name's
usual.
Hal.
Hal?
I got Hal Herman rehearsals. I got to go.
Hal Herman, Froggy, you are not going to scoot out of this studio. You're cleaning this mess up.
There's no mess. It's all in his face.
It's all over the floor, too. Oh, my God. All right.
Look at him
folks, clearly you can't just put a Publix bag over your head
No, don't do
and
that part.
protect yourself from the eclipse on Monday.
But the mustard and barbecue sauce part seems real.
Oh, my God. All right. This was certainly...
Now you got to stay here for the rest of the segment. Okay? Got about 30 minutes left.
It's almost like he's at a spa, like a coffee mustard
Fester,
treatment.
can you stay in here to do the next...
No, he needs wipe down.
I can't see where I'm going.
This is like, you know those experiences where you see like dining in the dark? Fester's going to do a show in the dark because he's got to keep his eyes closed the whole time. Here, I'll help you. Fester, you do a big wipe, and then I'll get in the crevices.
Unbelievable.
Coffee bean.
Unbelievable. Eclipse viewing tips here on the MJ Moore. I got to move on.
Okay. What's next?
Yes, Roxanne.
I have a couple important things. One,
Okay.
may I use the restroom?
What?
Right.
Can I use the restroom?
You're going to get up and use the restroom in the middle of our hour and 20 minutes?
Looks like that, and he's staying here.
You just interrupted my content flow to ask if you can get a hall pass to go to the bathroom?
That was. I mean,
Yes.
Oh, I smelled too much mustard.
okay,
now.
is now a good time for me to use the restroom?
I mean,
Why do you have to go use the restroom?
Because I was laughing hard.
Oh my God! Did you make an accident?
If you got to get up, go to the bathroom. All right.
I think she made an accident.
So I have new audio of that lady that melted down in Las Vegas on the Spirit Airlines flight. So, Fester, can you open your eyes yet or no?
I open one of them.
Oh my God!
Sorry.
All right.
Last week I scratched my chicken.
I can't open my eyes. It burns too bad.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Remember,
right, sorry, I gotta go.
just stay right here. All right. So,
I'm Froggy
if
now.
you remember on yesterday's show, we played this crazy woman. They were trying to remove her from a Spirit Airlines flight in Las Vegas, and she starts melting down. We found an extended bit because remember it cut off right as she was saying George Flo, right?
Yeah, like in the middle of the last name.
Exactly. Well, we have more extended audio here, and the lady is having this complete meltdown. They're trying to get her off the plane. She starts screaming. So that she's saying, I can walk out on my own, but she was sitting there. She has a totally contorted face. She's like writhing in pain.
No! Can I do that with freedom? All I care about is freedom. You're under arrest. That's fine.
And you can hear the police say, you're under arrest. So you've got the Vegas Metropolitan Police trying to get her out of her seat and get her off the airplane.
I've been there before.
You're under arrest. I've been there before is what she says.
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared.
Been there before. This is hurting my elbow. It's hurting my wrist. You're hurting me, Sheriff. You're hurting me,
You're hurting me, Sheriff.
Why are you choking? I can't breathe. Why are you touching my leg?
So now she goes into the whole, I can't, they're not even touching her, and suddenly she can't breathe.
Why are you touching my leg?
Then she invokes George Floyd at the very end.
Right.
This is George Floyd!
Get off the plane!
Yeah, it's like, get off the plane. So this is the extended part now. So we heard the whole George Floyd, I can't breathe. And the people are telling you, get off the bleeping plane.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will need everyone to I can't breathe! Deplaning the aircraft.
All right, so you hear the flight attendant? They made everyone collect their belongings and deplane the aircraft. Everyone had to get off the Spirit flight. You heard the flight attendant in the background.
I'm sorry, but guys, these people are terrible.
I mean, what a mess. So just that was the extended remix.
How mad? I would be so mad if my flight got
Woman,
because of her.
Totally ridiculous. Hey, I'm going to want to go to phones on something, and I don't know if this is true or false.
Can I see that barbecue sauce for a second? I think it was like jalapeno flavor.
Oh, man.
I feel like I've been maced.
Fester's a little cleaned up.
You should go wash your face. You look like you got a little mole in your
Seriously.
head.
Look at the side. It looks like Rudy Giuliani with that stuff dripping down. All right. So I heard something and saw something. I'm like, come on, is this real? 1 in 3 rideshare drivers have crashed on the job.
Of course.
I saw that. I'm back, guys. I thought I Goldie showered myself, but I did not. I'm okay.
Cool.
All right.
I was afraid I peed my pants that last segment.
Is this true? So if you're an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, 1 in 3 have crashed on the job?
Is that just because they're driving so much more than
yes,
regular
probably.
people? Yeah.
Listen, I want to know if this is accurate. Is this true? All right, let's go to phones on this. Are you an Uber or a Lyft driver? Hit the phones right now. Call the MJ Morning Show, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So if you drive Uber or Lyft, I want to hear from you. 800-990-1047. Is this accurate? 1 in 3 rideshare drivers have crashed on the job. I can't believe that's accurate. That just seems 1 in 3, 33%.
You're on the road for 10 hours a day.
I know there are a lot of that are on the road, but still, I can't imagine that that's real. All right, so yes or no? If you're an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, and you're listening right now, and I got to be able to find some that hopefully are not in the middle of a ride, or maybe you're not working right now, but you're an Uber or Lyft driver, please confirm or deny. 1 in 3 have crashed on the job. 800-990-1047. That's 800-990-1047. That's how you get on the MJ Morning Show. Now, I've never been in an Uber or a Lyft where there's been a crash. I've been in a United cab. Michelle and I got rear-ended when we were in a United cab. This is probably 2011, 2012. We were meeting friends at Burn's Steakhouse, and we knew we were going to go through a lot of wine that night. Man, I had a buddy of mine, Joe Mello. Joe Mello, he would say, you pay for dinner, I'll pay for wine. And it was a good deal because he would order some amazing wines. So I knew I was going to, can you clear your throat a little louder into the microphone?
Sorry.
Yeah, we're on the air here. You realize that. All right. So we took a cab. We took a taxi to Burn's Steakhouse and then took a taxi home. We're sitting, I know exactly where it happened. We're sitting at the traffic light on Swan right at Lois, getting ready to go into Beach Park, and we're sitting at the light, and all of a sudden, bam! We get rear-ended by, I remember the woman worked for Continental Airlines. I remember it. She was a Continental Airlines employee. And so we're in a taxi because we didn't want to drink and drive, and we get hit by a drunk driver. It's just insane. All right, let me grab Shannon. Shannon is a driver in Bradenton. Shannon, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Shannon, you're an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, or do you do both?
I've done both since 2018.
All right. 1 in 3 rideshare drivers have crashed on the job, according to a new survey. Have you ever crashed on the job?
No, and last year was my busiest year. I think I technically clocked over 65,000 miles just on the apps. I mean, I see crazy things, but I don't even think I've had a shopping buggy hit my car.
So you've never crashed?
No, I mean, I've witnessed some really bad crashes and some wrong way drivers, but I've never personally been in a wreck.
All right. So you're not the 1 in 3, obviously. Thank you, Melissa. All right, 800-990-1047. If you drive Lyft or Uber, have you ever crashed? Because line 5.
What happened?
All right, hang on a minute. Melissa, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi.
All right, so you're not an Uber or Lyft driver, but you were hit by an Uber.
Correct. I was pulling to get ready to take a left turn, and all of a sudden we smashed right in the back of my car.
Oh, man. And were you
underestimated the time distance.
Were you hurt?
No, and thank God my son wasn't hurt because it was on his side.
How much damage to your vehicle?
A lot. And come to find out, their personal auto insurance does not cover the damage.
Oh, wow. So
I had to go through the insurance company for Uber.
Oh, wow. So the insurance that the driver had did not cover it, so you had to make a claim with Uber?
Correct.
Oh, man, that must have been a drawn-out red tape hassle.
Yes.
How long did it take you to collect from Uber?
I'm still waiting.
Whoa. How long ago was the crash?
A few weeks ago.
Oh, that's not terrible then. Oh, I thought it was going to be like a year ago or something. So when you got an estimate for your damage, how much damage to your car?
My whole back end was smashed right in.
Oh, my God. Do you know the dollar amount? How much damage?
I have a little car. She has an SUV.
Oh, wow. Do you know how much damage to your car?
Yeah, it was a big dent in the back.
No, but what's the price? Did you go to a body shop and get an estimate?
It's still in the body shop.
Oh, it's in the body shop. They didn't tell you how much yet?
I'm still waiting.
Oh, wow. All right. Thank you. I appreciate the call, Melissa. Let's grab Anthony and Brandon, an Uber driver. Anthony, welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Daily listener.
Thank you, Anthony. Thanks for being a daily listener. So are you Uber or Lyft?
Uber, over 5,000 rides, and I did have an accident just recently. I got rear-ended, and not my fault. I don't know if you're looking for people that it was their fault or not, but 2 cars behind me slammed into the car behind me, and that car hit my bumper. I realize I probably screwed that up. But, yeah, it happened. No damage, no injuries or anything, but I have had one. Nothing else happened, though.
Did you have a passenger in your Uber at the time?
I did.
All right.
I mean, that makes sense.
We were very close to the destination. He just got out and walked it because I had to stay on scene, obviously.
Right. Anthony, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Oh, hey.
Oh, let me guess. You like turtles?
What? Is Roxy there?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I'm here.
Is Roxanne still there?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, Roxy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
We knew it.
I knew it. Hey, thank you. All right, Stacy and Largo. All right, one more call on this, and I got to move on. And I've got another Uber story you got to hear. I've got an Uber robbery. And did you hear about the money heist out in L.A.?
No, what happened?
Oh, there is a crazy money heist story that what took so long for this to make the news? Get to that in a second. Stacy Largo. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, guys. How are you this morning, Rox? You look amazing as always.
Hi, Stacy. Thank you.
What the heck? What about us?
All right, so what's the deal, Stacy?
I was an Uber Eats driver, and I currently have a second position as a Papa John's delivery driver currently at night.
Yep.
And I have not been in an accident, but I do know of 3 people in less than 6 months that have actually been in accidents while on shift with Papa John's as a delivery driver. They all got fired immediately, but one, because she was in an accident, but she was actually parked at the time, legally parked in a parking space. at the time of her accident. So that was the only reason why she was not let go.
Wow. So you know 3?
In less than 6 months that have been in accidents on the job as delivery drivers with Uber Eats and with Papa John's. But 3 technically with Papa John's. The only reason why the one did not get fired was because she was actually parked in a parking space and a car hit her.
Well, thank you, Stacy. Listen, the survey says 1 in 3 rideshare drivers have crashed on the job. That's Lyft, Uber, and I would imagine it includes Uber Eats as well. It's still, it's still Uber. And then we have this Uber robbery story. Listen to this. This is crazy. Happened up in Philly, and the cops in Philly are asking for the public's help. 2 men strong-arm robbed the manager of a Rite Aid drugstore. Listen to this. The manager left the store with $32,000 to deposit at the bank in an Uber. So who just smashed?
I just hit my nose on the mic.
Dude, I mean,
sorry.
That was impact, man.
Oh, the life with this nose.
So the manager of the Rite Aid calls an Uber to take her to the bank to deposit $32,000. Now, I don't know if this is an inside job or they were monitoring this.
It's got to be inside.
According to the Philadelphia police, the men that robbed the Rite Aid followed the Uber that she got in. Then when the Uber was stopped at a traffic light, the car behind rammed into the back of the Uber, creating an accident for them to stop. So on her way, the Uber is struck by another vehicle. The Uber driver gets out to look at the damage. 2 men wearing black ski masks get out of the vehicle that just plowed into the Uber with the manager of the Rite Aid with $32,000 in cash. Go to the back door, open the door, and physically rip the money bag out of her hands, and then gone.
How does she not have a weapon or something toting around that?
She's the Rite Aid manager.
Still.
Yeah. A silver or gray older model Honda CRV was spotted on city cameras. They went back to their Honda CRV and fled the area. The vehicle, which police say belongs to the suspects, was last seen in the area of, some streets in Philly. Cops say the suspect vehicle has a paper tag. And listen to this. There's a Lyft sticker on the passenger side front windshield.
So it was another.
I don't know if that car was being used as well, but a Lyft car smashes into the Uber where the Rite Aid manager has a bag of $32,000 in cash, deposits from the store, and they get rear-ended.
See, the Rite Aid manager may not be in on it, but I bet you the rideshare people coordinated it. Maybe she's picked up this ride a couple of times.
I don't know, but that's just bizarre. And then we have this other money heist, which is outrageous. It's absolutely crazy. I'll give you that in just a second here. First, though, in just a matter of minutes, if you or anyone you know is a Travis Pastrana fan, huge in motorsports and stunts, and Froggy, did you say he was once like a Monster Jam giant truck driver as well?
Yeah, I remember when he was a Monster Jam driver a few years ago, and he was just out of control.
He is a modern day stuntman.
He's the new Evel Knievel.
Oh, yeah. This guy's got a fan base that's out of control.
He's a big
and,
deal.
I don't expect everyone to know who he is, but if you know who he is, you know who he is, and you're a fan. And how'd you like to meet Travis Pastrana, VIP meet and greet at Lucan's on Sunday, this Sunday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So Lucan's Liquors and Fine Wines, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Seminole on Seminole Boulevard. And you'll get VIP access. You'll get a signed case of Good Boy Citrus Circus vodka cocktail cans, which he's got, a special edition out, and he's part of this.
That's cool.
So you get to meet him, national motocross legend, champion. We're going to give 2 winners VIP access to Lucan's. And it's going to be this Sunday, and I'll tell you when to call in just a few minutes. This other money heist, man, this is insane. This is humongous. $30 million in cash ripped off from an L.A. area vault. You've heard of Garda World, right?
Yeah, they're like a huge
it's an armored car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got Brinks, you got Loomis, right?
Does Wells Fargo have a armored truck division
I don't
still?
know. Do they still have? I don't even know.
I don't know.
And then you've got Garda World. I see the trucks all the time here. I see Garda World. I think Publix might use Garda World.
They carry around millions and millions and millions of dollars.
No,
at the headquarters,
it's in their building, in their huge warehouse vault in the Los Angeles area.
Nice score.
It's Garda World, and this took place Sunday night, Easter Sunday. Oh man, you talk about a coordinated hit, man. This was Sunday night at the Garda World facility in Sylmar, which is in the Los Angeles area. They handle massive amounts of cash for huge retail operations all around the Southland in Southern California. And the thieves were apparently so professional, the safe showed no signs of break-in from the outside. And they did not know that their vault was ripped off of $30 million in cash until they opened for business on Monday morning earlier this week. But the story just came out yesterday. It's like, why did it take this long for that story to make the rounds? Fester, where are you going?
Got Shorty Shane here.
Oh, that's right. Shorty Shane's coming in. Go get Shorty Shane. Shorty Shane has a hysterical video we got to talk about. One of the funniest things I've ever seen Shorty Shane do.
Oh, is that the trunk?
Oh, yes.
That made me laugh, too.
All right, Shorty Shane is in the house. Fester's going to get him right now. But this is crazy. The thieves accessed the facility through the roof and managed to avoid setting off any alarms. Man, they got some security flaws at Garda World. I mean, you'd think you'd have better security if you've got $30 million in cash in your safe. So no alarms went off? I mean, what kind of inside job was this?
A really, really successful one.
Hey, you gotta listen to this. I want to play a couple of audio bites. And this is from hey, did you pull the audio for me? I guess you didn't. Did you didn't get the yeah, but don't we have where's there are two clips. Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay, here we are. All right. So this is from CNN yesterday. Listen to this.
This could be out of a screenplay written here in Hollywood, but this brazen theft is real. I'm told by a law enforcement source this happened on Sunday night. This was Easter Sunday, and authorities and the company didn't actually determine this had happened until the next day on Monday. Now, I'm told that this group somehow made their way into this facility without setting off any alarms there at the building, making their way into the vault. As you mentioned, a large haul there, upwards of $30 million.
$30 million. And then I want you to hear this. Listen to the question from the CNN anchor to the reporter.
Do they have any idea who they are looking for?
Listen, I got an idea.
Do they have any idea who they are looking for? Have you gotten an indication of that?
Froggy? Jimmy!
Nobody knows for sure just how much was taken in the daring pre-dawn raid at the Lufthansa cargo terminal at Kennedy Airport. The FBI says $2 million. Port Authority police say $4 million. The city cops say $5 million. Lufthansa has not said anything, but they promise to break their silence soon with a press conference.
No, son of a bitch!
Will be there covered live.
Jimmy!
Dude, that smashes the Lufthansa heist by
oh yeah.
How much was Lufthansa? $5 million?
I think Lufthansa was upwards of 7 or 8 million, or maybe 6 million.
This is a real heist.
$30 million.
That's
how does Garda World? It's not Garda World. It's like Negligence World. How do they not?
It's Take It World.
What's the opposite of Garda?
Hava.
Rip off a world. Oh,
Wow,
man.
that's a bit. Somebody got fired.
That is absolutely insane. I saw that. I'm like, whoa, 30. And then it took all week for the story to come out?
Good for Jimmy. Now, nobody buy anything crazy like a mink coat or a Cadillac, all right?
Jimmy! Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, they gotta.
It's under my mother-in-law's name, Jimmy.
They gotta go to the Christmas party, and the wife's gonna have a fur coat on, a pink Cadillac, or whatever. And then, you know what? Then they're gonna have to take care of the situation. You
Take
know?
a ride. The dresses are just right there, Karen. Take a ride.
Yeah. Play this music while they take him out, just like Goodfellas. Shorty Shane's in the house. We'll talk to Shorty Shane in just a matter of moments. Speaking of money, do you want to have some numbers before you that, I mean, really give a good example of inflation? Your grocery list from 2019, your grocery list that cost you $100 in 2019, that same list costs you $137 today.
Whoa.
I would think it's even more than that.
I was going to guess higher than that.
You know, in some cases probably, but on average, the $100 grocery list, same items today. So 2019 now to 2024, $100 list back then is now $137 today.
It's inflation for you.
That is a crazy number.
See, that's how I know I have too much junk food on my grocery bill, because all my stuff like soda and Captain Crunch has like tripled in price.
All that stuff. I'm telling you, everything is through the roof. Hey, did you see the airplane that fell out of the sky? Probably near your RV place.
Yeah, it was in Seffner. I don't know the exact location, but man, that's scary.
I got the exact location. It was in Seffner, and it happened right off Parsons Avenue at Forest Circle. And suddenly you got people driving in Seffner yesterday, and here comes an airplane that falls out of the sky attached to a parachute. And I tell you what, there have been numerous crashes. Some airplanes have like a parachute.
Yeah.
And this is like some kind of, I think, an experimental, like a kit airplane or something. And it had just taken off, I think, from Tampa Executive like 5 minutes earlier. And then it crashes into like a wooded lot of, they described it as an abandoned home.
So it wasn't a meth house in Seffner?
Might have been.
Because you can't swing a dead cat and not hit a meth house.
Yeah. Hillsborough County Fire and Rescue said it happened around 3:25 p.m. A small 15-foot plane, which obviously had some kind of engine failure, and the pilot deployed a parachute. And this clearly saved their lives. And then the parachute got hung up in a tree. You know, they were injured, but, you know, nothing massive. They were transported.
Not dead.
They almost hit power lines as well.
Oh.
That might have changed the whole scenario. That might have made the parachute moot if they would have hit the power lines on the way down.
You're right.
But this is incredible. I've got an eyewitness. You want to hear Dion the eyewitness? Seriously, this is from Fox 13 from last night. This is Dion the eyewitness that saw the whole thing happen.
I could hear the fuel cutting off in the air. I heard you say, I'm like, well, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good.
So he could hear the fuel cutting off. I think he meant to say he could hear the engine cut off in midair. And he was on Fox 13 last night in their video package being interviewed. But, and it's I'm being told it's right down from Kojak's. Ooh. Which, by the way, thank you, Kojak's. Kojak's sent us a letter with a whole bunch of Kojak's gift certificates.
Yeah, Kojak's has been a barbecue staple in South Tampa for decades.
I got some for Froggy, Andrew. I got Roxanne, me, Fester. Look at this.
And they just moved to Seffner.
Yeah, so Kojak's, they sold their property on Gandy in South Tampa, and they're out in Seffner.
Yeah.
So I've got gift certificates for all of us from Kojak's.
That's fantastic.
Apparently the Kojak's folks are big listeners. Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris from Kojak's.
And what kind of barbecue do they have?
Delicious kind?
Right, but is it like the East Carolina? You know how we don't really have a Florida barbecue region, do we?
They have the delicious kind.
The delicious kind. Okay.
I sure would know.
Yeah.
That's you're the expert.
It's like a thick brown sauce, I think.
Shorty Shane is in the house. Shorty Shane, welcome back to the MJ Morning Show, buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
All right,
Microphone good?
Are you in trouble at all for that trunk video?
No, I didn't get in trouble.
Did you guys get trouble? Did you get pulled over? No, because you're on the road.
Cops did come behind the scenes.
That's
we didn't
what
get in trouble.
All right, this is hysterical. Whose idea was this one?
My question is, did you get jobs? Not did you get in trouble? You might get some
I
job
thought I was going to
offers.
get tips. I actually didn't.
Now, whose idea was this?
Ross Creations down in Sarasota. He's a YouTuber.
Oh, this is funny. Is it on your Instagram, right?
Yeah, it is on my Instagram.
Is it near the top?
It is the last post.
Oh, it's the last post. So just go to Shorty Shane on Instagram, right?
Shorty Shane on Instagram, yep.
All right, folks, you got to see this. Shorty Shane, our favorite little guy here on the MJ Morning Show. Shorty Shane has a video where he's in the trunk of a car. The trunk pops open. You set up. What was that pole you set up?
We made that stripper pole.
So
we made that pole, my bad.
So they make a little stripper pole that goes from the floor of the trunk, and it goes to the lid of the trunk. So in traffic, Shorty Shane, did he like activate the trunk from the inside?
No, so there's a pole down inside it. It's like in case it get caught in the trunk.
The glow in the dark the emergency
So I just popped
pole.
that.
Yeah. All late model cars with a trunk, they have the emergency pole which glows in the dark in case you get stuck in the trunk. I mean, that wouldn't be good for for Joe Pesci and Goodfellas.
He could use that.
Yeah, because he could have he could have gotten out, and the old mob days with that emergency little pull tab, that didn't work for the mob. And
that was Casino, that Pesci.
Oh, is that what it was? Where he bought it?
In Goodfellas, he put the guy in the trunk.
But so there are two different trunk seats. One Pesci was in it. And,
the mob loved trunks.
Yeah.
So the bumper sticker is what activated it.
Yeah, so it's like almost like friendly entrapment. So you got the bumper sticker on the car, and then the light's gonna turn green, red to green, and we're not gonna go. So they're gonna honk the horn regardless. And it looks like they honked for the bumper sticker, and then they actually realized what they did.
So
what does the bumper sticker say?
Honk if you want to see the M word. Twerk.
All right, it's out there. It says honk if you want to see a midget twerk.
He doesn't like that word.
You gotta.
God, so disrespectful.
It's what it says.
But it does.
It is what
That's
it
the
says.
activator.
It does say the M word.
You could have used the D word,
which is dwarf, midget, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so it's the M word, and this is hysterical. The trunk pops open. Shorty Shane is in a pair of tight black briefs, nothing else on, and you just start gyrating on this stripper pole in the trunk of the car, and you see the folks in traffic are like, what is going on here? And it's a very funny video. And I'm sure it's got a lot of views already, right?
Yeah, it was great. The most views around Ross's channel because he's got like almost 5 million subs on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
But
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's going up slowly. We stopped in front of some guy's business to like regroup at some point with cameras and stuff, and he didn't know what was going on. So that's the dude that came out of the business to figure it out.
Wow. So
and he called the cops. He thought I was being kidnapped because I was in the trunk.
Right, so the bumper sticker on the car says "Hunk if you want to see a midget twerk."
Yeah, you have some serious moves, Shorty Shane, and a seriously amazing dance space.
It's the hardest I ever made it clap.
Oh, this is hysterical.
With no doubt.
Hey, he's got no shirt, just a pair of tight black underwear on, and he's twerking in the trunk of a car in traffic. Where did you guys shoot this?
This was down in Sarasota area.
This is hysterical. So go look at the video. It's on Shorty Shane's Instagram at Shorty Shane.
Can you put it on your Instagram, MJ, and link to it?
We can collaborate, so we can set up. I think you can do a collaboration. Anyway, just go to Shorty. It's just a lot easier. Just go to Shorty Shane's Instagram and take.
If you want
a
to collab, I'll teach you how. You got to go through your settings to do it.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Maybe we'll just do that. I'll post it.
He'll teach you everything about.
Yeah, I'll post it on mine. All right, let's. This brings an end to an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. And don't forget the Cash Kitty is back on Monday, so we're all excited about this. Monday morning, the Cash Kitty is back. And it's going to be 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., 5 p.m. So listen for the keyword, and you can text it. You can put it on the My Q105 app. You can do it on the Q105 website. So it all starts Monday morning, 8 o'clock, right here on the MJ Morning Show. $1,000 multiple times a day, and you could win with the Cash Kitty right here on the MJ Morning Show. Let's give out the Lukens VIP meet and greet right now for Travis Pastrana. We're going to take 2 callers, so we'll have 2 winners. If you would like to see Travis Pastrana, he is an icon of motorsports and stunts, and he's in collaboration with Good Boy Vodka, and he's got Travis's special edition Good Boy Vodka Citrus Circus multi-pack of the cans, and he's going to be making an appearance at Lucan Seminole, and we've got a VIP package right now. You'll get a signed case. You'll get to meet Travis Pastrana. You'll get some VIP treatment. This all happens, and the public's welcome. This happens this Sunday, 11 to 1 at Lucan's Liquors and Fine Wines in Seminole at 6950 Seminole Boulevard. So anyone can show up this Sunday, 11 to 1, but I got VIP packages right now for 2 callers. Let's go with caller number 30 and caller 31. So caller 30 and 31, and this guy's a big deal. He's got a huge fan base out there. So callers 30 and 31, good luck, 800-990-1047, and go see Travis out at Lucan's on Sunday in Seminole, 11 to 1 p.m. At 8:54 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, we still have a solid hour of Friday hijinks here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Now, if your garage door is making all kinds of noises, maybe... today for the weekend. I'm talking about like permanently. I turned the microphone off in the last segment, and the whole button like broke off in my hand like a twig. Yeah, the whole little off button, the plastic piece shattered. I just pushed the thing, and it shattered. Like the plastic is all brittle, and well, the good news is we are getting a brand new studio, and we hope to have it sometime like midsummer. That's like, I guess, the plan, that we're going to get a brand new studio here on the MJ Morning Show, and we need it because this place is falling apart. It is an absolute dump. If you missed it earlier, about 7:30, we took phone calls, people that went to see Madonna, and, you know, the reviews on Madonna were not very good last night. You know, someone said it wasn't really like a concert. It was like a variety show. What the Smothers Brothers come out?
God, I wish.
That would have been an improvement.
Gene the Dancing Machine?
I mean, what the heck? Yeah, well, I mean, I think I have the Gene the Dancing Machine music here somewhere. Yeah,
I love Gene.
Yeah. Gene the Dancing Machine!
What do we used to use this for, Truth Booth?
What?
Didn't Hal Herman use this for
Yeah,
something?
this is Hal's music.
Oh, this used to be Hal Herman's intro music. I forgot about that.
Before the news.
Oh, yeah, before Hal Herman headlines.
Yeah, now Hal's a serious reporter.
Yeah, so not really good reviews on Madonna last night. She went on stage at 10:36. That was the official time for the Madonna Clock Watch contest here on the MJ Morning Show and Q105, where we gave you, the listener, the ability to guess what time Madonna would actually take the stage, because she's like late every single time, every single city. And last night, the show started at 8:30, and Madonna didn't take the stage till 10:36. So winner, whoever either nailed the time or came closest, will be notified by our promotions team, and you won a $1,000 gift card to International Diamond Center, to IDC. $1,000 at IDC. So somebody obviously won. If multiple people guessed that Madonna would take the stage at 10:36, then it goes to a drawing, and our promotions department just randomly draws the winner. Oh, speaking of contesting, before we get back into award-winning MJ Morning Show content, congratulations to Kayla Hartling and Corey Campbell, callers 30 and 31.
Did you say Courtney Campbell?
I said Corey Campbell.
Oh.
So
that's not nearly as cool.
Kayla Hartling from Plant City, and then Corey Campbell from Sarasota. So two winners are going to go meet the world-famous motorsports driver, Travis Pastrana, is going to be live in person Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Lucan's Liquors and Fine Wines in Seminole, the Seminole location. And I'll tell you what, this Travis Pastrana.
I mean, it's a great sandwich.
Travis Pastrana, he's got a fan base. Our phones blew up. They're still ringing. We gave them away. So thanks to Lucan's, our good buddies over there, for making these VIP tickets available to meet Travis Pastrana. And I got some celebrity stuff we got to get to. Shorty Shane still hanging out with us in the studio.
I will.
Fester, is your eyesight okay after that debacle an hour ago?
So Terry, who kind of runs the whole show operationally around here, told me that because of last week's incident with the duck scratching my arm.
Oh, yeah.
That was a thing.
Oh, your arm is still all...
Yeah.
It's like you've got duck scars.
Right. So they're healing nicely.
Yeah.
But at the time, they were really inflamed.
Yeah.
She realized that our emergency medical kit that we have here has nothing in it except for antacid.
Are you serious?
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, that could be a liability for the company.
She immediately had it restocked. She called the company, a third party in, to come in to replenish it, fulfill it.
Wait a sec. You sure we have the budget for that?
They had
that was an unauthorized expense.
They fired a weekend board op.
Yeah.
So
replenishing our first aid kit here at our studios, that was an unauthorized expense. Someone's getting fired for that, okay?
So they let somebody go. But now we have eye wash. And she let me know that there was eye wash in our first aid kit, and that I was welcome to use it because my eyes were burning out because Froggy apparently picked spicy barbecue sauce, which has a bunch of peppers in it.
Great.
So I rinsed my eye out with that, and I feel much better.
Fantastic. All right. Did you know there was a problem with some Toyota Highlanders where people were driving down the road and the steering wheel just came off of their hand?
Dude, really?
That is hilarious.
It is funny, man. I'm sorry.
You know what? It is funny to talk about, but it's not funny if it happens to you. The closest thing that I ever had like that happen is when I told you I got my car washed and detailed, and they did something to mess around with the wires. And I'm driving across the highway.
Wait a second. What did the car wash do to mess around with your wires?
Well, you tell me when I'm driving, 65 miles on the Howard Franklin Bridge, and all of a sudden, and I'm on the phone, I'm like, what's happening? My seat started moving up, and my steering wheel's going up and down, and it's like moving, like smushing me like a little.
Wait a minute. So the seat, the electronic seat, moved forward and started jamming you into the dashboard?
By itself. And it was raining, and the windows are going up and down, up and down. It was so awful.
Wait, which car was this?
This is a while ago.
Was that the Jaguar?
No, it was Doug's car. So it was a Cadillac. So it was a
like an
SRX, like one of them.
Oh, gotcha.
Right. And so I was taking it to get it detailed for him. And I'm like, I think they did something to your car.
So what do you think? Like water got into like the wiring harness, calling the
little circuit board underneath there.
It caused like the whole electrical system to go haywire?
Yes, they fixed it. I took it back to them, and they're like, we did something.
The car wash?
The car wash guys fixed it.
We'll fix your car, because they're Cadillac repair experts.
Right. But then,
we got you.
Wait, what did they do to your car that's making the seat smush you into the dashboard while you're driving? And the steering wheel's going up and down? And the windows are going up and down?
And Doug did.
What did they take the water wand and spray it into the wiring harness? Oh, hey, let's lift the hood. Let's just jam water into the computer brain of the car. Let's see if the driver will notice on the way.
It was terrible. And Doug didn't believe me, but then it happened to him. And he's like, yeah, you need to take this back. So they fixed it.
Yeah, I know. When I've got an electrical problem and all kinds of malfunctions in my Cadillac, I go back to Mr. Car Wash and say, fix my. I mean, really?
They kind of fixed it, so that stopped happening. But every so often after that, the window would just arbitrarely go down. So we got rid of it pretty shortly thereafter.
Make that CarMax's problem. All right.
It's fine. It works great.
Make that Carvana's problem. Yeah. That's what you ought to do.
I wonder if the cars ever get stuck in the Carvana vending machine.
Hey,
like a Snickers bar,
or two of them fall out.
Or you get a free car,
or you got the M&Ms rattling around like in Tommy Boy, right? All right. So, what time is it? 9:13. 9:13 at the MJ Morning Show.
It's 9:12.
It's 9:13. All right. So listen to this, and I feel like I've got to do something.
It's 9:13.
There is. I don't want to give too much away. Frog, you just being a wise
Okay, we
ass.
have 3 clocks in the studio.
Friday.
We have 3 clocks in the studio, and all of them are off by 10 seconds each. So
they are.
By the time
Mine match with Froggy's.
MJ's clock hits the minute first, then my clock, then Froggy's clock. So we're all off by a few seconds, but pretty close to right.
The one straight ahead is the exact time.
You guys are blocking my clocks.
All right.
You know how I get on Friday.
Are you saying we're clock blockers?
I can't see them.
I'm clock blocking you?
Stop clock blocking me all day, every day.
I'm clock blocking Roxanne. All right. So I don't want to give away too much information, but I feel like I'm going to have to do something here. Let me roll something by you. Then we've got some celebrity stuff. Got some Michael Jackson stories that are, woo, yeah, believe it or not. Yeah. Folks, this is not a show from 2006, all right? This is not the best of MJ. This is Friday, April 5th, 2024. You know what? Did I ever finish up with Madonna?
What? She sucks?
So the reviews were terrible. Our callers at 7:30 this morning said that she couldn't sing on key, that her voice sounded terrible. She showed up at 10:36.
She's getting Bon Jovi reviews.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah, that's a shame. You know, John Bon Jovi is such a nice guy, but when he was here in Tampa, a year and a half ago?
He was the Pits, right?
It was terrible. I feel so bad. And, you know, Chloe was good friends with Jake Bon Jovi, one of Bon Jovi's sons, you know, up in New York.
You mean Jake and Millie Bobby Brown?
Yep. And now Jake married, you know, Bobby Millie Brown, et cetera. All right.
Millie Bobby.
I don't know.
Millie.
Yeah, the Madonna stuff, bad reviews. Let me go back to what I was just setting up. And I don't want to give too much away, but I feel like I've got to do something. There is a home in my neighborhood, and we've got a mix of new homes, middle-aged homes, older homes. There's a home in my neighborhood where, and I do my walks in the neighborhood. I'm walking 20 miles a week, so people say hello. I get into conversations along the way.
Isn't it fun to talk to your neighbors?
And I met a woman who moved in with her kids and her husband, and military, and they had just transferred to the Tampa Bay area. Military officer, and they moved into this house in the neighborhood. I walk by this house all the time. It's an older house, and they rented the house just through the pictures, and they didn't get a chance to walk through.
Yeah.
So they rent the house, and I guess, fairly quickly, they realize that there are all kinds of problems. Water leaks, there's mold in the place, extensive termite damage, rats crawling like in the house through the attic. I mean, all kinds of massive problems, all kinds of code violations. Anyway, they were in this house since like last August.
Do they have any recourse if you buy a house sight unseen?
No, they didn't buy it. They rented.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't buy it. They rented the house. And, I turned them over to a lawyer friend of mine. Once I met her, which was taking out the trash one. You know what she was doing? They took out, after the move, they were taking out the trash. And
all the dead rat bodies?
Hang on a minute. So they moved from up north, and he's an officer, moved down here with the whole family to MacDill, and they've got all their moving boxes like on the side of the road next to the trash cans. The green recycling bin was jam-packed. And then they had all these other boxes on the ground. And I said, hey, just heads up, they're only going to take the stuff that's in the cans because it's automated. They don't get out of the truck and lift it up. No. So I had to, let her know that you got to have all of your trash and all of the recyclables in the actual trash containers. And she thanked me for that. And, and I've seen them many times. And then, over subsequent walks and subsequent months here, found out that they were having trouble with the house. Anyway, they finally got out of the house. They just had to leave the house. This house is really, it should be condemned. It's really uninhabitable. So I'm wondering if they're going to try to re-rent it. Because I remember that there was a sign in the yard for rent, last summer. So I'm wondering if they're going to try to re-rent this house. And, knowing what I know, how could I allow somebody to re-rent that house?
Can you call code enforcement with the city?
Well, apparently there's all kinds of code violations, and there are all kinds of cases opened up on this house already. But let's say they put a rental sign in front again and they're showing the house. I mean, what do I say? Don't rent that house! I mean,
dude, bring the bullhorn with you, dude. No question.
Yeah.
Hello! The previous tenants moved out because of mold, rats, termites, cockroaches.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
You know what you do?
Do it.
Yeah.
Talk to the neighbor next door, right? And put a sign in his yard that says, the house next door is infested with mold and rats. Do not rent.
Uninhabitable.
Right.
Don't rent. Yeah, listen.
There's people who do that.
If they try to re-rent that house, I can't in good conscience let somebody in my neighborhood rent that house again. The house needs to be bulldozed.
I'll drive my Cadillac through it.
It's an older home. It just needs to be bulldozed, and the lot's sold, and they can build a new South Tampa home in there. Is what they ought to do. So, all right, hey, back over to a little discombobulated here. Sorry, back over to the steering wheel pop. I never told the details.
Yeah, took us off track.
Highlanders?
Yeah, we got off track somehow. Yeah. So apparently, the National Highway Safety Administration, NHTSA, they've closed a 5-year investigation because customers were complaining that steering wheels on their 2008 through 2013 Toyota Highlanders were coming off in their hands while they're driving.
Oh my God, it's a nightmare.
Can you imagine you're on I-75 and your steering wheel just comes off in your hands?
That would be amazing.
But hey, I guess it's miraculously cured because they closed the case. But I guess there were 42 complaints from owners that said they're driving and the steering wheel just came off in their hand like a toy.
Generally speaking, Toyota has a better track record.
Oh, yeah. Toyota's a quality product.
Right.
Toyota makes a very nice vehicle. Toyota, I mean, for decades and decades.
Yeah.
You know, Toyota is a quality vehicle. And they've always, been a good automotive company. But I guess something with the 2008 through 2013 Highlanders, which I think it's a nice vehicle.
Yeah.
The steering wheels are coming. Anyway, I guess.
Other than the steering wheel popping off in your hand, it's great. It's
What
great.
do you do when that happens?
Hey, listen, Shorty Shane, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's the
crotch and pray.
I mean, what if you have it on like self-drive mode and it just pops off?
I would
Yeah.
say the first thing you do is you just hit the brakes. And
lean to one
Yeah.
side to pull
Yeah,
over.
right.
Well, turn the little nut and bolt in the middle.
I wouldn't jam. I would say you feather the brakes and try to just stop the car.
Yeah,
You know,
feather the brakes. That'll be easy to do.
Stop the inertia of the vehicle.
Hopefully it wasn't like going around a curve and it popped off.
Right?
But they've closed the case without a recall. And there were 42 cases, apparently, 42 reports of steering wheels just coming off in people's hands while they're driving. That is like a Tommy Boy comic thing, you know?
It is.
But I guess not too funny. All right.
Marginally funny. I mean, not gut busting funny.
Latest on P. Diddy or Sean Diddy Combs, whatever the hell we're supposed to call him. So latest on Sean Combs, he was seen just riding his bike around Miami, all smiling and giving the peace signs all over.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Is this like the calm before the storm? Is he in denial that like nothing serious is going on when he could be headed toward, R. Kellyville?
Yeah, he's in trouble.
So the crazy thing is I've never heard of Sean Diddy Combs just riding around on a bicycle before.
Yeah, when did this happen prior?
His lawyer's like, just act like everything's normal.
You see the guy who saw him at the bagel shop or whatever?
Don't
He's like,
freak
yo, what
out.
up? What's up?
In
Miami?
I like an everything bagel with schmear and some lox.
So Sean Diddy Combs was spotted yesterday just riding his bike around Miami. Yesterday.
He's paying people off.
Ooh, Shorty Shane's got the inside scoop.
Yeah, Shorty Shane, what do you know, dude?
Come on, dude. What do you know?
I mean, just a little bit, but I think he's paying people off.
Oh, you think? Oh.
Who's he paying off?
Well, hold
The
on.
federal government?
Hang on. Remember,
Who knows?
there was the ex-girlfriend that filed a lawsuit. Remember that was settled like in 27 minutes?
Cassie, yes.
Is that who it was?
Money can make this all go away.
Yeah, anyway.
Hey,
Sean.
Isn't there another video that's going around that's really
Yeah, him
telling?
having sex with a guy.
What?
Dude,
Fesher.
so yesterday, I saw a video of a former bodyguard of P. Diddy.
I told you about this a couple
And
weeks ago.
Froggy mentioned it, but I didn't know the context. P. Diddy, apparently, according to this video, had a party where all the champagne, all the booze was laced. So everybody started passing out.
Oh, no.
And then P. Diddy had his way.
He diddied who he wanted?
Yes.
The bodyguard walked by a door and heard some commotion.
There
and you could hear it.
So this is a recording.
A phone audio recording of P. Diddy going to town.
All right. Before we take the break, we've got the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show. Do you know how fast food restaurants? This is a quickie. Do you know how fast food restaurants are getting people to spend more? And we're headed in this direction. You know what just happened out in California with restaurants?
Well, did they raise the minimum wage?
Oh,
right?
minimum wage is
$20 an hour.
$20 an hour. So
Damn.
you've got McDonald's and like El Pollo Loco. Well, I love El Pollo Loco out there.
It was $4.75 for me at Publix.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal.
Cool.
Prices are being raised dramatically at fast food places. I think it's any restaurant chain with, was it more than a certain number of locations? Whatever it is, there's now a new $20 minimum wage in certain industries out in California. But here's the deal. I saw one place, they've already closed their doors because they can't afford it.
Yeah.
Some restaurants already closed. They're like, we can't make it work. The economics just can't work at a $20 minimum wage. But here's what's happening. What's going to counter the increased labor costs are restaurants that are going to go as fully automated as possible. And you've already seen some of the automated screens like for ordering.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what happens with these automated screens?
They add more stuff than what you wanted?
No, they don't add them on their own. People add more. When people use the automated screens with all of the suggestions and upcharging and hey,
they get confused.
Would you like to get this? No, people are ordering more. And there's actual statistics. The Shake Shack CEO was on a call with investors in February and said that people who order at the kiosks on the touchscreens spend 10% more on average. So that's a little trick with the automated touchscreens or the kiosks when you order, that customers are ordering 10% more than they would with face-to-face contact, placing their order with a humanoid.
That's interesting.
All right, 9:25 at the MJ Morning Show. Final segment here on a Friday. Next, here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Couple of hot... All over the floor. Why are there coffee beans all over the floor? Of course, it's because of the Hal Herman eclipse viewing safety tips from earlier today. Because when you think of coffee beans, you think of eclipse viewing safety tips, right?
Hal says thank you or you're welcome for that and all the safety he gave you.
All right, so Monday morning, it all starts here on the MJ Morning Show. The Cash Kitty is back. Starting at 8 a.m. Monday morning. This is a monumental Monday coming up. Not only is it the eclipse, and we get what, 58 or 65% here. What's the real number? I've seen that in Florida here at our latitude and longitude that we're going to get 58%. Then something else says we're going to have 62% coverage of the sun. Then I've heard up to 65% coverage. I don't know what the real number is. But anyway, talk about a colossal Monday. The eclipse, we might not have totality as far as the eclipse goes, but we've got Cash Kitty totality, okay? Here. Right here on the M. And listen, I got a whole page of sound effects. Yeah, hang on a minute. Where's my whole page of sound effects? Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Guys, are you hissing, Roxanne? Yeah. I got Fester purring over here. It starts on Monday morning. It starts at 8 a.m. The Cash Kitty is back. So 8 a.m. we'll tell you what the keyword is. You text the keyword to the number we give you, or you enter it on the MyQ105 app, or you do it on our website. And we're blowing out, with the Cash Kitty, $1,000 every single time we play the game. It'll be 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. for the foreseeable future. All right, guys, you can.
Is that a pterodactyl?
Oh my God!
Is that you, Roxanne?
No, it absolutely was not me.
What was
It
that?
was an animal in this room.
All right, so Cash Kitty is back on Monday, and it happens multiple times a day. 8 o'clock, the first time to win the $1,000. So I will say in advance, hope you have good luck from the MJ Morning Show and radio station WRBQ-FM Tampa Bay. Q105, 104.7 FM. You want to talk about Michael Jackson's wiener?
Do we have to?
Viewed and photographed my penis.
Yeah. Oh, do we have that? Hey, Andrew, can you see if we have the old Michael Jackson clip where remember when he was investigated by...
he gave a statement to a camera.
Statement,
yeah.
He gave his explanation as to what happened.
Yeah.
Where authorities came, searched his home, and viewed and photographed his penis.
Right. Well, he said that.
Yes.
Well, guess what?
The way he said it was classic.
Why is who's playing music over here?
My phone keeps ringing. I'm sorry.
Well, why'd you put it on vibrate?
It is on vibrate and under my crotch right now.
All right, so Michael Jackson's company. So Michael Jackson Productions, which the company still exists. Because, man, I'll tell you what, some of these celebrities make more money in death than they made while they were alive. So Michael Jackson's production company wants to block his accusers from getting the pictures of his genitalia.
Oh, the vitiligo one?
Oh.
Didn't they say it was... I remember in the statement he was like talking about it.
Listen to this. This is from TMZ yesterday. And in new court documents, which TMZ obtained, the King of Pop's companies asked for Wade and James's request to access the police records on Michael Jackson to be thrown out, as they believe the two men are clearly aiming to get pictures of Michael Jackson's genitalia.
Horrifying experience to which I have been subjected. I shall not in this statement respond.
But you're playing two things, especially you don't have headphones
Dude,
on.
you have YouTube playing in the background. You got the MJ Morning Show live stream playing. Well, put some freaking headphones on.
Shorty Shane is using my headphones.
Of this mass matter by the incredible, terrible mass media. At every opportunity, the media has dissected and manipulated these allegations to reach their own conclusions.
Remember?
I ask all of you to wait and hear the truth before you label or condemn me.
Yep.
Don't treat me like a criminal, because I am innocent.
Don't treat him like a smooth criminal. Ba-da-dum-bump, ba-da-dum-bump, ba-da-dum-bump.
Examination by the Santa Barbara County Sheriff
listen.
Department and the Los Angeles Police Department earlier this week.
Yep.
They served a search warrant on me which allowed them to view and photograph my body, including my penis, my buttocks, my lower torso, thighs, and any other area that they wanted.
Wow. Remember that audio bite?
Any
Whoa.
other error?
Yeah. So
I thought it was we must have made an edit. View and photograph my penis.
yeah, I did.
That was the clip.
I did. I edited that. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Nice.
So as TMZ reported, Wade and James, both of whom accused Michael Jackson of molestation as children, are suing Michael Jackson's corporations, alleging the singer's staffers are responsible for essentially allowing his alleged abuse. So Michael Jackson's companies, they are trying to stop these two guys from getting pictures of Michael Jackson's wang.
How you shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah. Oh, here's our edit. You got it? Roll it. You got it? Andrew, anytime.
Andrew, please, I need it.
Anytime, Andrew.
I need it right now.
View and photograph my penis.
There it is.
That was a good edit. Wow.
Yeah, there it is. I hit it again.
View and photograph my penis.
Man, I did a good edit on that.
Very good. Very. You even included the hiss in the background.
That was a good edit on that. So, all these years later, Michael Jackson's, crotch is in the news.
Poor Michael.
Here on the MJ Morning Show. And more Michael Jackson news. Michael Jackson's estate is just slamming some auction where they claim they're auctioning off a bogus Michael Jackson Thriller jacket, which they're claiming was authentic. And it's not. Like in sports memorabilia, I think they've cleaned it up, but all of the fraudulent memorabilia with like counterfeit autographs on pictures and baseballs and basketballs and footballs.
I went to a store in the mall the other day, and there was like an autograph store, and there's no way they were all real. I mean, it would have been $500 zillion worth of stuff in this place. It was like Babe Ruth signed baseball glove. I'm like, what?
Oh, look, there's a Honus Wagner Babe Ruth autograph, or, whatever.
Honus Wagner's toilet paper roll.
Yeah, anyway.
Did you hear about Planet Hollywood doing an auction for all of their stuff? Like the big warehouse in Orlando is holding an auction.
No, are they?
That'd be cool. I want to buy the car from Cobra.
Are they closing down and auctioning everything?
I think a lot of their locations have shut down.
Right.
And they have a warehouse of memorabilia in Orlando.
That's
And-
badass.
Yeah, and a lot of their stuff. I think I just pulled up the webpage, and a lot of their stuff is just they've had collectors and curators for decades now. I think Planet Hollywood opened in the late '80s or '90s.
I went to one.
Hang on, wait a second.
You sure it's Planet Hollywood, not Hard Rock?
Is this all real? So from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's like heritage auction.
The Barbasol can that held the secret compartment where Newman Wayne Knight put the dinosaur DNA when he was trying to smuggle it off the island. Hold on,
Newman.
That Barbasol trick can that unscrews is up for auction.
It's like I only heard
anything from Blues Brothers.
I heard a radio report on this auction that's happening like a week ago.
What if they had the Blues Brothers official suit?
Wait a minute. They're claiming they have the axe from The Shining that
what?
There are multiple. How many axes did Jack Nicholson use in The Shining?
I just
the one they're auctioning off is not a real axe. It's one you carried around. It's lighter. It's not a real metal.
All right.
Can I get a Scatman Carruthers replica?
Let me ask you a question. All right, is it the real axe?
Well, that's not cool.
That's when you could actually ask somebody a question. Anyway, that's interesting. But Michael Jackson's company, his I guess production company, the estate, they're saying that there were only 2 real, genuine Thriller jackets, and one was auctioned off for nearly $2 million over a decade ago. And they're claiming that the jacket
isn't even real.
Is not a real one.
But you can't get the real John Landis sports coat that he wore when he directed it.
Folks, can I make it very clear that Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber are very happily married and they're not destined for divorce?
Thank God.
So hot.
Listen, I am so relieved over this. I guess the rumor's been floating around that the Biebers, Justin and Hailey, that they're headed for divorce, and they're saying there is no truth to this whatsoever. They are very, very happy together.
If you have to shout it from the rooftops, might not be true.
Yeah, so do you think that this is like an overcorrection? Is that what you're saying?
Sometimes that's what it seems to be.
Yeah.
I mean, what the heck do I know? I have no idea what goes on in
One
their
of
lives,
the Baldwin uncles recently said, "Oh, I'm praying for Haley and Justin." And their marriage."
Steven.
Okay, whichever one. I don't know.
The important one.
Hey, Shorty Shane, it was great to have you in studio again.
Thank you, man.
That video is hysterical. Shorty Shane in the trunk, that was a Dodge Charger?
Yeah, it was a Charger.
So Shorty Shane virtually naked in the trunk of a car. All he has on are black, tidy underwear. Other than that, he's completely naked. He's in traffic. The trunk pops up. He's virtually naked, sets up a stripper pole in the trunk of the car in traffic, and he starts twerking on the stripper pole. And there's video of the reaction of all the drivers. They're like, what is going on here? The video's hysterical. Shorty Shane here on the MJ
It
Morning
was done
Show.
very safely. There was no harm intended.
So no little person was harmed in the making of this funny little video?
Nah, we had the back seats laid down. It was comfortable.
Very nice, very nice.
So go look at the video. It's really funny, and it's up on Shorty Shane's Instagram account, Shorty Shane on Instagram. And with that, at 9:44, we're going to close things down. We're going to get ready for the Cash Kitty launch on Monday at 8 a.m. Your chance to grab $1,000. 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., 5 p.m. with the Cash Kitty back on Q105 beginning right here on the MJ Morning Show Monday morning at 8 a.m. I am so excited. Michelle and I are headed to that little private Cheap Trick concert tonight locally.
Oh, no, you've been uninvited.
What?
I got a DM that someone said that they don't allow fanboys.
Stalkers. I have something to say.
Yes.
Log on to my Instagram, Froggy MJ Radio.
Yeah.
and check out my new single. Did you hear about that?
No, don't do that. We're debuting it on the air. What's the
What?
matter? What's the matter with you?
Yeah, do it Monday or Tuesday on the radio.
Don't put it
I
on
didn't
your...
put it up yet, but I want to.
No, don't.
Do it next week, dumbass.
What do you want?
You're so stupid.
I want to get followers.
Don't you know how to promote anything?
We're debuting the new Hal Herman song next week.
Son of a... I thought I could do it early.
Why didn't we do it today?
Oh.
Well, because we had so much to do.
You're such an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what, dude? I don't like your attitude.
I don't like
I have
you.
something else to say.
What?
I hope Roxanne feels better because I think you have a little bit of a cough.
Yeah, Roxanne, you're having you're hacking and gagging.
Are you okay?
Okay, so listen, what do you want me to do? Stay home? Then you'd be like, oh, she took a sick day. What's wrong with her?
But what's wrong with you?
Yeah, are you okay?
Anybody have a cough? Raise your hand
No.
if you stay home for a cough. You want to take my temperature? No temperature. Nobody stays home because they're.
I think you need some honeysuckle.
And you know what else? Somebody, I don't know who, maybe his initials are HH, like launched all these coffee beans and coffee powder and disinfectant into the air, and that's really when the cough
Hurricane
ramped up.
Hitman?
All right, you, Froggy, you've got to clean up this studio, folks.
It is clean.
if
And
you-
I was just kidding. My song is not up yet.
If you missed the Hal Herman eclipse viewing safety tips from earlier today, it was a studio debacle. You got to see what happened. What happened to Fester? Watch the video replay on MJTV.
Fester was a good sport.
Yeah, go to MJMorningShow.com and click on MJTV and take a look at this. I'm kind of disappointed.
Why?
Why? Because we left a lot on the table. Yes. we
Well,
did.
always we do, but I did not get an email from Robin Zander from Cheap Trick, who lives right here in Safety Harbor, inviting me to meet him backstage
What do you
tonight.
want to sing on stage with him?
Yeah, at the private show here in Tampa Bay. So yeah, don't try to figure out where it is, and they might ban me at the door for even talking about the private Cheap Trick show tonight.
It's at the Hops on Del Mabry.
But I never said where it was going to be. All right, come on, Robin Zander.
Come on, Rob.
If you know Robin Zander from Cheap Trick, tell him to email me, mj@mjmorningshow.com. My wife and I are big fans. We'd love to just grab a picture and say hi. Folks, have a great weekend, and let's be careful out there.